Welcome back, everybody, to another episode here on the O'Shea Duke Jackson channel. I know it's late. I know the game is on, but nigga, they about to get swept anyway. You might as well come over here and get some of this game tonight. You know what I mean? This show actually, we just before we get into it, actually it was supposed to be with me, it's simple to do something. It's never like planned out. It's kind of spur of the moment. But we've been talking about you niggas hating on this tricking. And the pimpin' doesn't like that. He didn't appreciate all of you niggas talking down on this trick. And so I have my brother Sinful The P YouTube channel. And the name of the show is You Need to Stop Hating on the Tricking. So thanks for coming on, Sinful. Go ahead and let them know who you are, brother, and let them know what's going on.
Hold on. And the name of the show is... Well, first, I'd like to appreciate O'Shea, man, for letting me on. You know what I mean? As a lot of y'all already know me, and some of y'all don't. You know what I mean? I'm Sinful The P. I'm a crazy big head motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They like to talk crazy, and people just like the crazy things that I say. And O'Shea crazy ass to let me come on here, and I just appreciate y'all. I know y'all could be watching the game right now. Some of y'all, you know what I mean, you want to be with your boo thing, your girlfriend, but you took out time to listen to me and O'Shea tonight, man. I appreciate you guys, you know what I mean, for taking out the time, man. Go ahead, Shay.
All right, all right. Well, guys, you know what you got to do. Break yourself for the likes. All right. Shout out to Tony D, Paulina. They came from Simple's channel. But let me ask you this, man. Why is there so much hatred? Okay, let's get some definition. Who is the pimping and who is the tricking? Let's get the roles set up. What are in the hoeing? Let's talk about that. Break the game down.
Well, first of all, we're gonna start, with the hoeing.
Right.
We're gonna start with this hoeing first, because if it ain't no hoeing, it ain't no pimping or no tricking going on. But let me say this: the woman decides to, because I know a lot of you guys, we don't have all the time in the world, but just to give you a little definition of what I've been conveying to people, if a woman does not have a pimp presiding over her, and if she's not taking heed to instructions that's coming from an instructor who is a pimp, she's not a hoe. So that means that a woman could give up her beautiful pussy to the community, and you know what I mean, she can get in a continuity of basically giving up her pussy for an eternity. But reality is, no matter how much currency she even gained, if she even gained any, if the pimp didn't count, it didn't count. So in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, in this particular game, this woman is a student of the game that's being conveyed by the pimping. So a hoe is a woman that is submissive, obedient, and totality to a pimp on a daily, every day. It's not a weekend thing. It's every day. You have some women who have paid pimps, but they were never, even those women, I wouldn't even classify them as a hoe, because there's been a lot of renegade squares and, strippers and things like that have given money to pimps. But when you are a hoe, that means that you are in the spirit of obedience, submission, everything that the pimping is saying, you comply to it. You don't got no negative reply to it. You just apply his instructions and uncommon information every goddamn day.
Every goddamn day. Okay.
Every day. Every day.
Not
because
most days. Every day.
The reason why I had to make it plain like that is because you have women that are paying men, paying bills, and even giving them a whole bunch of $100 bills. But the spirit of obedience is not with it. You have some women who profess that they have pimps presiding over them, but yet they following other pimps on Instagram, or they friends with other pimps on Facebook, or they socialize with different pimps. Oh, he my homie. Those are not hoes. Okay, get that out your head. A hoe is submissive. She's obedient to the will of the game. She's obedient to the man that the game has appointed to preside over her, which is a pimp. That is a hoe. If she's not submissive, if she's not obedient, if she's not complying and applying the instructions from an instructor, which is the pimp appointed by the game to preside over her horn, she's not no hoe, no matter how much pussy that she's selling. So now that we done broke that down, a woman that's complying and applying the instructions that's being conveyed by the instructor, which is the pimp,
Okay.
every day.
Every day.
Uh,
Okay.
Now let's get to, this particular special and peculiar and not regular and familiar man. This infinite minded man,
Right.
this brilliant man that society and religiosity has come on one accord to hate on and say he's the scum of the earth. They said that this guy is disgusting. They say he's despicable. They say that he lives off the backs of women. They say that he's not man enough to go get a job. He's corny. He's lame. He's ignorant. He's belligerent. He's loud. He's stupid. Let's talk about this particular dude that everybody got an opinion about, but really don't know nothing about.
Okay.
This a pimp, first of all, I'm speaking according to the language of the game. Okay. Before you a pimp, in the words of the incomparable Mel Taylor, before you a pimp, you have to be a man first. All right. So my definition of a man that I've been conveying to my followers, the definition of a man is the truth. So without being a man first, no matter how much money he's collected, no matter how much materialistic things he's presiding over, he is not a pimp if he's not a man.
Right. Right.
He has to be a man first. That means that this woman cannot control this particular man by the lust of his flesh. She can't control him by the lust of his eyes. She's not going to be able to manipulate and accumulate off this particular man because of his pussy. Because of her pussy. She's not going to be able to do whatever she want to do whenever she want to do it with this particular man because he is a man. He has principles and characteristics that is more important to him than the pleasures of pussy, the pleasures of head, and the pleasures even from that bread, the green papers with dead hypocrites that come from her pussy. Even money is not powerful enough to make this man minimize or just completely destroy, what he stands for. He's willing to live for it and he's willing to die for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this man was not born a pimp. I know many of you have been taught that people are born pimps, but that is a lie. Because just by what I just gave you alone, that totally eradicates everything that's been taught in rap songs, everything that's been taught in these so-called pimp books, even by legendary pimps. But that's not logical. If one of the prerequisites to be a pimp is to be a man first, then that means that no man was born a pimp, for nobody was born a man. You was born a male and you earn the position of a man. The gender is the male and the position is the man. So we have a huge population of males professing to be men, but in reality, we basically it's a famine in the land for a man.
Mm-hmm.
Touch somebody and say, it's a famine in the land for a man. It's a famine in the land for a woman. Touch the other neighbor and say, it's a famine in the land for a woman. So we have a huge population of people professing, but just a small population of people that's possessing the qualities to even be what they profess to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold on. Yeah, he said a famine, right? He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the truth. All right. No male is born out of the womb of his mother as a pimp because you don't come out your mother's pussy as a man. So the next time somebody tell you that, man, I was born like this, or I was born to be a pimp, you say, was you born a man? Did you come out your mother's pussy? I understand that, we like to talk fly and we like to give a woman an all-you-can-hear buffet of some good game and make a woman smile and, you know what I mean? And, oh, my God, you was born this way. And you want to get her mind wet and her pussy wet. But if we talking to the vernacular of realism, Reality is, I didn't come out of Marita Mayberry's pussy as a man. Therefore, I was not born a pimp. That was something that I evolved into. That's
Mhm.
something that, because of the characteristics that I possessed already, my individuality, the person that I am, my identity, once the game was presented, immediately I conformed. Immediately I was able to perform because I already had things within my nature, already had things about my character that made me good for the game. But I wasn't born to be in the game. Do you understand? And if you
Mhm.
don't understand, by all means, if O'Shea open up the phone lines and you're able to ask questions, I give clarity and show charity at the same time.
Okay.
But now we passed that.
Mhm.
He's the truth. So when they ask you, what is a pimp? A man? What's a man? The truth. So everybody gonna tell you, pimp mean put it in my pocket. It mean woo woo woo. They gonna tell you all of this shit to make you smile and laugh. I'm not trying to, tickle your fantasy and tickle your fancy. I'm giving you some substance.
Mhm.
I'm giving you intelligence. I'm giving you something that them ignorant individuals that profess to be what I am can't give you. So a pimp is a man. A man is the truth. If he's not the truth, he's not a man. And if he's not a man, then he's not a pimp. Simplicity. Now, when it comes to the pimping, as we know, a PIMP can be a PIMP without a HOE because he's a man without a woman. Because a woman does not define a man. She can only agree to what a man wants to do as a man. All right. So, she doesn't define me. So I am me without this woman. So a pimp could be a pimp without a hoe, but a pimp can't do no pimping without a hoe doing some hoeing. So without a preacher got the ministry of preaching without a congregation, but he cannot do any preaching without members being within the congregation. So, in all simplicity, the HOE gives the ing to his PIMP. Without the HOE, the ing on his PIMP don't exist.
Mhm.
He just another nigga talking shit. A pimp can't do no pimping without a hoe doing some hoeing. So, you know what I mean? We didn't simplify it. You know what I mean? Of course, I can go on and on and on and on, but to
Mhm.
put it all in simplicity, when they ask you what a pimp is, tell them a man. What is a man? The truth. So, in all simplicity, the pimping is the truth. What man do you know, woman, that come in telling you that you're not going to be the only woman?
Mhm.
Now, when you go to this particular man that met you at the grocery store, you might even met that nigga at church. He gonna put on the best Oscar award performance. He gonna sit up there and give you the best performance of elegance. He gonna get into conversations to try to convey his intelligence because he's trying to mentally fuck you so he can physically fuck you.
Mhm.
So by him putting on this Oscar award winning role, that's gonna have him give him an opportunity to get in that pussy hole. That's what his endeavor is to be. And that's why a lot of y'all, once you give up the pussy and and gave up the baptism pool from your mouth and and allowed that dick to, beat you in your eye and your ears and shit like that, you be like, damn, he was a real good man. He was a good Samaritan. He was the best man I ever met. But once I gave the pussy up. Once I sat up there and let him, put gang graffiti on my ass with the nut, he just changed on me. He was a different person. That's because, no, he revealed to you who he really was after he got what he wanted. See, them squares. The
Mhm.
pimping don't do that. The
Okay.
pimping not going to tell you that you're going to be the only one. The pimping not going to try to tell you that, you're going to be my girlfriend. That's a con artist, baby. The pimping was the truth. The pimping is the truth. And if you decide to fuck with the truth, I'm going to be the truth even in the end. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forevermore when it comes to the game. That's what the truth is. So when a guy says that he's the truth, he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Circumstances don't change him. So when a
Mhm.
pimp meet a woman, no, you're not going to be the only woman. It's gonna be many women. Are you gonna have sex with them too? Hell the fuck yeah. You know what I mean? They're my hoes, baby. I love them just the same way that I love you. Am I gonna get arrested? Hell motherfucking yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch some solicitations, prostitutions, and everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be putting you in different locations. I'm gonna give you some good game, but at the same time, this game is impeccable. But because these motherfucking pigs is fags, you know, it's inevitable that they're gonna sit up there and arrest your motherfucking ass the moment that I sit up there and put you down in certain particular areas. So yeah, fucking with me gonna get you arrested. Yeah, but don't get it fucked up. You know, man, you're gonna make a lot of felony money, you know, off these misdemeanor charges and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, you
Mhm.
know, instead of you sitting over there becoming a dope girl and doing all this extracurricular activity ass shit that you was gonna do in the streets, you know what I mean, taking felony chances to make misdemeanor money, how about making felony money off of misdemeanor charges? You know, or just go to other countries where it's legal. That's another subject. But at the same particular time, at the same particular time, check it out. Um, the pimping, you know, is the truth in totality. Okay, I could call all my students, and they would be on one accord telling you that I never told them that I was gonna marry them. I never told them that I was gonna give them a baby. I never told them that I was gonna make them a bottom bitch. I don't play like that. You know, the pimping is the truth. Only time pimping gonna sit up there and tell a lies in somebody's courtroom or in front of an officer's face or something like that. But as far as lie to a woman, she ain't never done nothing that was that important within her existence to get a lie from a pimp saying a sentence out his motherfucking mouth. The bitch just ain't that motherfucking important. The truth is above her. You
Okay.
know, and one thing that the pimping does and everything is remain the same in all circumstances.
Mhm.
So what separates that pimp from that boyfriend, you know, a lot of these boyfriends, like I've been telling y'all, the only reason why he's your boyfriend, because he couldn't afford to be a trick. For if he had enough money to do the tricking that he desires to do, bitch, he wouldn't even be with you. But due to the fact that he's broke, he's not on the level that he desires to be, he got to tell you these lullabies and beautiful, profound lies to get between your thighs and shit like that. That's just how it go, baby. But once he elevate, I'm not saying the whole population of boyfriends, but it's a great percentage of boyfriends right now that if you gave them enough money, that relationship gonna turn into a battleship. It's the end, bitch. He got some money now. Now he can trick and get all the hoes that he want to get now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know, but moving on to the tricking, man.
Right,
You
right.
know, I love you guys. Let me just say this. I never understood pimps getting on uh, music videos, music tracks, interviews, videos, and disrespecting the tricking. I never understood that because let's just put this in simplicity. A lot of everybody within the game is not as I like to say, they're not an informative representative of life and the lifestyle. These individuals are not what you would call intelligent. These are not everybody in the game is not infinite minded. Everybody in the game is not brilliant. You know what I mean? You have individuals who pretty much are Ritalin babies that's presiding over a prostitute that like him and he just getting the distributes because the bitch like his dumb ass.
Mhm.
So if it was not for the tricking, this nigga would have either been dead because he still would have been gang banging. If it was not for the tricking, this nigga would have got a job. He'd be on his 11th job now because he couldn't keep a job longer than a Tyson fight in his prime. If it wasn't, if it wasn't for y'all got me preaching.
Go
If
ahead,
it
preach,
wasn't
preach.
for the tricking, no, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for the tricking, these guys who profess to be brilliant would be homeless. Let's just be real. Now, when you look at individuals like Andre Taylor and Freeze and people like that, these are individuals that pretty much could have did whatever they want whenever they wanted to do. They have beautiful minds and they allowed the game to choose them and they participated and accumulated in the lifestyle that they allowed the game to choose. But there are certain individuals, if it had not been for the lifestyle, they would have either been dead, working a job, or living at their mama house. So
Mhm.
if it had not been for the tricking, these niggas wouldn't even exist. Some would have been in prison. And
Mhm.
I don't even want to get on the bitches because that's an eternal show. YouTube not even going to allow me to go on and on and on. If it wasn't for the tricking, you know what I mean? A lot of these women would have never graduated out of college, never would have had the opportunity to go to college, never would have owned anything, never would have had their own place. If it wasn't for the tricking, you know, a lot of women wouldn't have even had the chance to even get out that little small ass town that they was in, you know what I mean, in the country, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean, in the South, if it wasn't for the tricking. You have bitches that before meeting a bona fide certified Harvard University trick, the bitch, you know what I'm saying, was in a place called Chicago, and she was bragging to her friends about going out of town, and motherfuckers asked the bitch where she going. She talking about Gary, Indiana. She talking about having a vacation in Gary, Indiana. She talking about having vacations in Detroit. So if it had not been for the tricking, she wouldn't even know nothing about a East Coast, a West Coast, or the South. She would not ever known nothing about other countries. So, you know, it's the tricking that brought the empowerment. It's the tricking that brought the development. We a lot of times celebrate and congratulate a lot of legendary pimps, but legendary pimps would have been legendary pimps without tricking, doing some legendary tricking.
Right.
Okay. He wouldn't have been able to show you that Benz in your favorite documentary if it wasn't for the tricking. He wouldn't have been able, you know, I mean, rest in peace to the legendary Charm that passed away. Charm wouldn't have been able to be on somebody's golf course, you know what I mean, golfing, if it wasn't for the tricking. A lot of you guys was amazed when you seen American Pimp, when you seen Gorgeous Dre all up in the closet and shit. Versace this, Versace this, Versace this, Gator this, and Gator this. And you was amazed. But that shit don't exist without the tricking.
Mm-hmm.
So without these individuals that you classify as corny, lame, you know what I mean? Without these individuals existing, the success of the guys that you celebrate wouldn't even exist. So I never understood people saying fuck a trick or I wish a trick would die and things like I never understood that, which is one of the reasons why I never allowed a woman to use the drop game. A lot of
What's
people
the
got
drop game? What's the drop game?
well, just to put it in simplicity, it's pretty much what they was trying to say that Cardi B was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Right. You know what I mean? I never allowed well, that's just a little definition, but I never allowed a woman, you know, to do any of that with the tricking because I know that every man's body reacts differently to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not promised that that man is going to maintain his life after that particular experience. And there is no amount of money, there's no bankroll that's worth the soul of this man being lost. So
Mm-hmm.
I never, you know, had that within my game because not only do I have to protect the bitch, but I got to protect the tricking because I'm a watchman of the game. The reason why, you know, bitches got to sit up there and get checked out and go to the clinic and make sure that they don't have any sexual transmitted diseases is simply because I got to not only protect this bitch life, but I got to protect the tricking's life too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these tricks been good to the game. You got certain tricks that you know, when the pimpin' basically, you know what I mean, had knocked the bitch, he was holeless and doleless. He didn't even have a hoe. He didn't have nothing going on. He ended up knocking the bitch. She had some court situations. And because of the game that the pimpin' provided for the bitch, she ended up catching this trick. And now the bitch was able to, you know what I mean, abolish, you know, these allegations that the motherfuckers was trying to establish on her motherfucking ass simply because the game that the pimpin' provided for the bitch to apply, she got this particular trick. And once he came in her life,
Mm-hmm.
he just sat up there and took over everything. You know, I got this. I'm gonna get you this lawyer. I'm gonna no. Fire, no, we're not gonna do no public pretenders. We're gonna get a lawyer that specializes in this field. I got you on this. So I don't want people like this to be lost. You got you listen, man. I'm so serious. You got tricks in other states that have sin, and I'm speaking from, you know, experiences and observations from other representation as well. But you got tricks that's in another state that's at home with his wife. But when that woman calls, when that hoe calls, and she say that she got any problems, he gets on his laptop, he get on his online banking, and he take care of whatever situation that bitch got. Why in the fuck would I want a man like that dying? He is a blessing to the game. All these little YouTubers saying things, for views. Oh, how could you do this? And how could you? Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all listening to a lot of messages. I ain't gonna say no. Y'all listening to a lot of messages against tricks by tricks.
Uh-oh.
You got tricks preaching against tricking. You got tricks teaching against tricking, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that to save my life. That's a divided household. That's a divided kingdom. You know what I mean? That can't stand. You got individuals that's married telling you that you shouldn't be a trick. You got individuals in full-fledged 100% Love Jones, brown sugar, sleepless in Seattle ass, love and basketball relationships, telling you that you shouldn't be no motherfucking trick. And this nigga is governed by the spirit of tricking. So you have to separate individuals who say things for shock value. Mm-hmm. Okay? They say things because they know that it'll generate views. Mm-hmm. They say things to basically bring the spirit of condemnation. So because they know what allowing that spirit of condemnation to minister to your mind, they can get a gold mine from consultation simply because of the condemnation that you're feeling for being a trick. So now you're getting consultation from a trick. That's fucked up. You got tricks getting consultation from a trick on how to stop tricking. You got a married trick giving consultation to a single trick on how to stop being a trick. This is ass backwards. Listen, man. What did I teach you guys? I did a video and I want all of you to watch this. If you haven't seen it, I want you to go to Sinful The P channel and watch a video called The Spirit of Tricking. I want you to watch it. The Spirit of Tricking. And what I teach you guys what the spirit is. What is the spirit? Let me see if anybody remember before I even go further. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, I'll bring everything back into your remembrance. It's been a while since I did that, but I did a video called The Spirit of Tricking. And I want you guys to actually watch that video and watch it in its entirety so you can understand, because some of you're trying to get consultation, you're trying to read pimp books, you're trying to watch videos from pimps, you're trying to sit up there and look at things from Iceberg Slim, and you think by watching videos on YouTube and buying Pimpin' Ken's books and buying Gorgeous Dre this and all of this, you think that that's going to stop you from tricking. And I'm here to tell you that what's in you is going to come out of you. Mm-hmm. Some of you have an unlimited supply of tricking in you. You have a deposit of tricking in you. Okay? So that's why when you talk to a woman, because of that deposit that's in you, you keep giving her the withdrawal because that's the deposit that is within you. And I'm here to tell you that you're not less of a man for being a trick. They told you, hold on, somebody that passed the plate. Damn, it was so much game in that video. Yeah, it was. But I told you that a spirit is an unseen reality that manifests itself in situations in life. That's what a spirit is. An unseen reality that manifests itself in situations in life. You can't see it. Oh, but it's manifesting. If you put a trick anywhere where hoes is at, you're going to see it. It's going to manifest in this whole continents that this man is a particular trick. Hold on. A trick can't stop tricking. That's something that the Most High would have to deliver. No book is going to deliver you from that. And let me also say this too, so I can save you guys some money so you'll stop getting manipulated and accumulated off of. You don't go from being a trick to a pimp. All right? I know some individuals.
Say it again, because I'm not.
You don't go from being a trick to a pimp.
Y'all listen to this. Say it again.
You don't go from being a trick to a pimp.
Well, so
You know what I mean?
that crushed these
Now,
niggas' dreams tonight. Go ahead, man.
yeah, you don't go from being a trick to a pimp. I know that but I seen how to be a player. You don't go from being a trick to being a pimp. I seen pimps up, hoes down. You don't go from being a trick to a pimp. I watched American Pimp 100 times. You don't go from being a trick to being a pimp. But I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel. See, you don't go from being a trick to a pimp, son. I don't know what these niggas told you. They told you things to manipulate you.
Uh,
They told you things to accumulate off your dumb ass. But I'm here to tell you that you can't go from being a trick to being a pimp, son. That's not how that works. And let me also say that there's a lot of people speaking on this tricking and they don't know nothing about the tricking at all. I can just tell like examples that they using and shit like that. But listen, man, you know, before you do what you do, most of you, damn near all of you, already premeditated what you was going to do. That, as my brother would say, that was your primary intent. Okay? That comes from the intents of your heart. As a man thinketh, so is he. Amen. The spirit of tricking has dominion over you, and that's exactly why you manifest tricking, because it's in you.
mm-hmm.
Ain't no book gonna hinder you from that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know why you would want to, but let me say this to all the tricks too. Thank you. This ain't nothing but the game. Hey man, why would you want to stop tricking to be a goddamn pimp any motherfucking way? Nigga, don't you understand that when you get arrested for tricking, you're gonna be in jail and out of jail in 2 seconds. Okay? When you catch pandering, living of the earnings of prostitution, transportation of prostitution, human trafficking, pandering with force. When you catch these particular allegations, nigga, they gonna put they gonna put your motherfucking bail, nigga, out of this world. And now, and that's one of the worst things to do in life is to waste your one life that you have living a lie. You wasn't called, you wasn't chosen to be a pimp. So why sit up there and do an eternity in a correctional facility for impersonating a pimp? That's wrong. That's stupid. So, you know what I mean? The trick don't have to deal with the consequences of a pimp. Guess what? The trick can just take that little money that the bitch think there's some big money, get what he want, and he go to fuck on. He ain't got to worry about sitting over there being in somebody's prison or singing Deborah Cox, How Did I Get Here in the jail cell or prison cell of another man and say, hey, man, would you mind? Yeah, I'm getting ready to use the bathroom. The tricking ain't got to deal with that. It's benefits to that tricking, baby. You know what I mean? So why would you want to be a pimp? See, they glamorized it and glorified it to you. But what they didn't show you in those documentaries is when your ass get locked up for a pandering case or a living under earnings of prostitution case
mm-hmm.
or a tax evasion case or a money laundering case, and now you in the feds or you in the state, and when you go to court, they taking you into this room and have you bent over like a bitch and spread your motherfucking cheeks and make you sit up there and squat and cough. That's what they didn't show you in American Pimp. That's what they didn't show you in Pimps Up, Hoes Down. So all of this gangster shit, the dope boy shit, the pimp shit, you know what I mean? They didn't show you everything in totality. And that's why y'all reality is fucked up, because you didn't get the whole picture. You seen cars, you seen rings, you seen chains. Some of you are hustlers. You said, well, if I can get on the other side, I can accumulate more money instead of losing my money. And you're thinking like a hustler, but one thing you're trying to do, one thing you don't realize is that's not a hustle. That's a lifestyle. So you're trying to get into a lane that you don't even have the brain or the ministry to obtain in, and you're going to end up getting into a lane and basically, accidents and incidents is going to occur simply because it wasn't meant for you to, even participate in the lifestyle. Everybody got to stay in their own motherfucking lane, period. So, if you a trick, stay a trick. Don't allow nobody to discourage you from being a trick because you ain't got to deal with the consequences of a pimp. A lot of these women, they got issues. Some of them have been molested. Some of them done been raped. Some of them, the first encounter that they had sexually was with their father. You don't even want to deal with that. You don't want to preside over anything like that. You didn't work the hard day at your career. You just want to get on and go on about your business. So why would you allow the opinion of individuals that's not even on the same, they don't even have the same financial status as you,
Mm-hmm.
to criticize you for what you do? And in reality, if they was had your financial status, nigga, they would be doing the same motherfucking thing that you're doing.
Let me.
Believe it or not, hold on, let me just fit
Yeah,
this
go ahead.
in.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Believe it or not, you
Mm-hmm.
even have some individuals that's presiding over prostitutes. Okay. And the only reason why, and they're not pimps, they're con artists that's professing to be pimps.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason why they're presiding over prostitutes, having so called hoes, is for one day they want to get rich enough to be the trick that they always wanted to be. Y'all don't get that.
Say it again.
They wanted to sit up there and get as much money out of the game so they can be the trick that they always wanted to
Oh,
be.
wait a minute. So they wanted to become a pimp just so they can start tricking on the bitches?
Yeah. Yes. You have individuals who have prostitutes right now that's participating in prostitution. And his whole objective is to one day get on an elite level to receive so much power where he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And some of the things that he wants to do, a lot of the things that he wants to do is trick his motherfucking ass off. I've seen certain individuals that presented themselves to be real niggas in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
presented themselves to be real pimps in the beginning. But
Mm-hmm.
in the ninth inning, once he got the mansion home, once he got the Benz,
Right.
once he got the Bentley,
Right.
once he got the Porsche,
Right.
once he had all the clothes,
Right.
once he took enough Instagram and Facebook pictures, now he's in the strip club doing what he wanted to do in the first inning. But now that he's basically, you understand me, winning enough,
Mm-hmm.
now in the ninth inning, he's tricking on strippers.
Mm.
Now he has a secret relationship behind closed doors with girlfriends. Now he's having children with women that don't even participate in the life. You know why? Because the nigga was never about that life. He was a motherfucking Oscar award winning male actress that was putting on an Oscar award winning role to sit up there to get enough bankrolls to be the trick that he always wanted to be. So while you trying to be like him,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, he trying to stack enough paper so he can do what you do.
Right.
Not a real pimp, not a pimp, but there are most of the population that's professing to be pimps today. These niggas ain't nothing but tricks in disguise. So
Mm.
you allowing some old player wannabe, some old male actress wannabe ass nigga, you know what I mean, deceive you into thinking that you wrong for doing the things that you doing,
Mm-hmm.
making you feel less of a man for being what you are and doing what you do. And nigga, he trying to stack up enough. He got to deal with these attitudes just to reach the multitude that he want to reach so he can give that multitude away just like you do. Come on,
Mm.
man.
Well, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna shout out the
Go
super
ahead.
chats in a minute. Guys, do me a favor and like the video. Okay, how can you be in the pimping? I mean, the square that you are. How can you tell? How can you drop some game? How can these brothers find out if a nigga who's acting like he's talking against the tricking? Um, Shout out to the black conservative. They're these pseudo these guys who are anti tricks, but they're really the tricking. How can you tell if a nigga is a fake, let's say, dating coach or a fake, red pill guy, or whatever, but he's really a trick? How do you know who is real and who is not?
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
For those who are novices, those who are gameless, I'm gonna bless you a little bit. But to the real recognize real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only time where the real sometimes is deceived into thinking that the fake is real is being associated with the fake or having a friendship with the fake. That's why I don't like to be friends with a lot of niggas, because when you friends with people or associates with individuals, it throws your discernment off.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're not associated with individuals and you stand afar and you can make observation, the spirit of realness within you and let you know that this nigga is a fucking rhinestone. Leave the nigga alone. He's fake. You know what I'm saying? So the real gonna recognize real, and the real gonna basically sit up there and even discern the motherfucking fake as well. But to those that's gameless and novice to this shit, check it out, man. The scripture says you shall know them by the fruit that they bear.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Another scripture say, let your light shine before men that they may see your good work. And see, on YouTube, we have a lot of philosophers. We have
Mhm.
individuals who pretty much they're the embodiment of the encyclopedia. They're the embodiment of Dr. Ben's teachings. They're the embodiment of Dr. York's teachings. They're the embodiment of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, or the Honorable Malcolm X, or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, or the Honorable Khalid Muhammad's teachings. They're basically memorized, where they can basically socialize and make you mesmerized by the things that they say within the conversation. They got it like that. They didn't read enough, they listen enough, and now they can get on YouTube because you don't know that you don't know nothing about this old information. So they can present things, as if it's a revelation to you. And then you start liking on the individual and you get, pretty much into this individual. And then they start speaking against the tricking, and they start giving advice about things that they ain't never participated in and they ain't never shown no work in.
Mhm.
And so an individual got to be judged by, they work. The philosophies is beautiful. I mean, these some cool conversations. Information is amazing, baby. But
Mhm.
at the same particular time, right, when that truth don't bear fruit, what does it do? It's hewn down. It's cut down because it didn't bear no fruit. It doesn't produce. Okay. So one thing about information that, is impeccable, that's applicable to every lifestyle,
Mhm.
some real gain, it produces when applied. So if the teacher is teaching his students, gain, you mean to tell me that the teacher ain't applying his own teachings? So,
Mhm.
so it's a lot of individuals, they preach good, they teach good. Only thing is they don't live good. Where's the work? Just like y'all see me, I ain't gonna bring up his name. One individual, we was going back and forth, and I kept asking him, what have you done for the community? Because you're trying to participate in a conversation that you don't have no work in, bro. Where's your work? If you want to stop being manipulated by con artists, manipulated by subconscious motherfuckers that present themselves to be conscious, if you want to be stop being manipulated by religious hypocrites that reap off the benefits of people being ignorant by preaching that religious bullshit over the pulpit, if you want to stop that, all you have to do is stop being mesmerized by words and start realizing that this person doesn't have no work behind their words.
Mhm.
You judge an individual off their motherfucking work.
Mhm.
Period. What have they done? And that'll stop you from giving a lot of super chats. That'll stop y'all from giving donations. That'll stop you from having consultations to motherfuckers. You sitting over there asking, so how I do this? And they talking about, well, yeah, when you take a girl and you like, huh? You know what I mean? Y'all, you niggas is paying for some bullshit, man. You sitting over there paying these so-called dating coaches, and they game has done nothing but produce some old high cholesterol, low self-esteem, handsome, cheating on them, punk ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? You listening to individuals that's supposed to have game, but in reality, they don't have no game. They just going stealing game from other YouTubers, and then they get on their platform and present it to you as if it was some motherfucking game. Come on, man. You have to judge an individual by their work. And then I ain't saying nothing, I ain't gonna say no name. I've seen the individuals that y'all classify as gamed up individuals. And
Mhm.
when I see these particular women, because you can't compare the square lifestyle to the pimping and hoeing, because I ain't never seen an ugly hoe. That's another subject. I done seen some ugly bitches. I done seen ugly prostitutes, but I ain't never seen an ugly hoe. That's another subject. But the thing is this: he supposed to be a dating coach, and every time you see him with a woman or see his woman, she out of shape. She look a goddamn fool. Like how much game does it take to get a fat bitch with no job? Or how much game does it take, you know what I mean, to get somebody with low self-esteem, that's ugly, that's belligerent, and that's ignorant? How much game does it take? You listening to people who basically have nothing going on, repeating what's already been said innumerable times, innumerable years ago. And then you got to look at what has their game produced. What have they done for people? What has been done? And let me just fit this in, Shay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people speak down on pimps, but I can name things that I've done and other P's have done for the community. But when it comes to them people that y'all glorify as righteous teachers and individuals to look at as like a supreme being, these motherfuckers ain't doing a goddamn thing but cheat and break on your motherfucking ass. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Keep getting broke on. But you distinguish the real from the fake by observation of what have they accomplished? Where's the accomplishments? Just like if somebody was to say, why would you listen to Freeze about working out? Where I can look at his physicality and I can pretty much tell that he's worked out, and by the regimen that he has, it looks like it's working out for him. Okay. If you say, well, why would you listen to Sinful about losing weight? Sinful lost over 100 pounds less than 5 months. So evidently he has to have some type of game or some information that he's applying because we're seeing the fucking results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm not really going to say that you have infinite thoughts and you don't have no results from those particular thoughts that you're having. What are the results? What's the fruit? And if there's no fruit, then why sit up there, you understand me, and let him reap off, the fruits of your labor.
Mm. Let me do this real quick. Let me shout out some of the super chats. Guys, make sure who needs the link to Sinful the Peace channel. Let me know. Julian Kerr, what up, O'Shea? Tampa Twan, has Big Brother ever tricked? I think he just said that you can never be a trick and a pimp at the same time. So I think that
Man, I would love for them. Shay, you gonna open up the phone lines or you gonna
you wait. It's probably because the thing is, if I do it, they can't talk to you directly. Can you have the phone number they can call you on?
hold on?
We're gonna do it the hood way.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, hold on.
I can set up
No,
a
you know
call.
what?
Yeah.
I got enough on my 773 phone. I was gonna get a ass my Canadian number, but I can give him my Chicago phone line. Hold
Okay.
on for a minute. Yeah, we can do it just like that. Yeah, it's nothing. They can sit up there and call in right now.
Okay. Okay.
I'm putting the number in the chat, people.
Okay.
And mods, y'all just keep, well, I see Turf and Tony in here, so I'm all good. They're
Right.
my brothers right there. Shout out to Paulina. Y'all go subscribe to MBA Paulina Johnson over there as well. But yeah, that 773 number that I just put in, Turf and Tony, they know they'll keep it going up in there. But you guys can call right now and ask any question, debate me, challenge me, pertaining to anything that I just said right now. Anything that you don't have an understanding about and you would like understanding, please use that number.
All
You can
right.
call in right now.
Call in right now. Yeah, let me Black Conservative, just contribute to the Ocean Chicken Fund. Hurricane Celos, Dollar Washer only tricking I do is my bank account trick on that bitch all day. D Long, I'm trying to get free from the spirit of tricking. Ricky E245, $20. Thank you. Frank's Harris, trick through the world.
Okay,
He's
we
one of
got a
them beavers.
call.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
We
ahead.
got a call from Washington coming in. Hold on. What's going on?
What's up?
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, we here.
Okay, go ahead, bro. What's happening?
I just want to ask you, have you, as a pimp or whatever, have you ever felt like like, damn, I need some pussy.
Have I felt like I needed some pussy?
Have you ever been horny and felt like you needed to bust one off?
Yeah, well, this is kind of crazy that you had out of everything that you could have asked me. You know what I mean? You're thinking about my dick, but at, at, at the same particular time, what I will tell you about me having this dick between my legs and by me being a man, the women that pretty much I preside over, anytime that I decide to bless them sexually, that pretty much has availability at all times. I can have sex with any one of my
That's
women
why
at
I'm
any
asking
time.
you.
Yeah. See that you
That's
should
why
have
I'm asking you.
yeah, you should have asked it like that because you didn't word it right. But go ahead, I helped you.
But no, I'm not done. I'm asking you that because if you ever felt like you was horny and you need to bust off, and then you try to deal with a bitch or one of your bitches, and they like, nah, I don't feel like it. Like, nah, get out of here.
Has it ever been a time where one of my women didn't want to have sex with me? It's,
That's what I'm saying. Have you ever been horny and they ever like what if you horny
okay.
but the bitch is saying no, like the bitch is faking on. What do you do?
Well, first of all, no disrespect to the other guys, but God has blessed Sinful The P to be a handsome motherfucker. So, not just that, I mean, I am what I am. But even for the individuals in the game that people wouldn't really consider attractive, what you have to understand is by him being what he is and having the information that he has and being governed by that information, he's not going to make something great, such as the dick of a pimp, common, to his woman, because that which is common won't be appreciated as something that is uncommon. So he's going to live life every day like his birthday because his dick is pretty much like a holiday to his women. So, just to keep that thing all the way 100, whenever I allow a woman to smell my dick, lick my balls, you know what I mean, make suck my dick, you know what I mean, till I have to file for sperm bankruptcy. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to a bitch, you know what I mean, to get blessed by a pimp, you know what I mean, to get some dick from the pimping. So, we don't have them problems that the other guys have. When a woman get an opportunity to have sex with a pimp, it's really a blessing from God, in her eyes, which is the only eyes, the pimping care about, the hoes eyes.
So you saying that that's not possible?
I'm saying that there has never been a time, I can't speak for everybody's experience. I can't speak from every representative because every representative gonna have a different perspective. But within my years of participating in this game, no, I've never had a woman tell me that she didn't want to have sex with me. Even when I gained weight, nigga, even when I was fat as hell, bitches was still sitting over there trying to sit up there and grab my dick, suck my dick, and take this dick, nigga. So I don't know what that feels like. I really don't. I couldn't even speak on that. And like I said, by me conducting myself the way that I conduct myself, you know what I mean? A woman that wasn't even attracted to me at first, if she spends time with me, especially listening to me, eventually she's gonna even want to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because she gonna want to fuck with me. As she keeps listening to me. As a woman keep listening to the pimping, she's gonna start fantasizing. She's gonna start realizing that what he's saying is the truth. Then she gonna realize that he's the truth. And if she's a sapiosexual woman that desires mental climaxes that the squares can't give her, you know what I mean? The hell, motherfucking yeah. The mind is control center of the motherfucking body. Her mind is getting wet, and next thing you know, her pussy gonna get motherfucking wet. So, before the pimping even stuck his dick in, the bitch was damn near ready to come before he sat up there and even blessed the bitch with the sword.
Okay.
So yeah, pimps dick do get hard. Pimps do fuck they hoes. You know what I'm saying? Pimps do sit up there, you understand me, and have children with hoes. Pimps do not get
How
turned
many?
down for sex. Pimps don't get rejected for sex. And just to keep it
Well,
100, a pimp ain't even
think
sweating
of,
over no small shit like sex. Go ahead.
think about it like this though, right? Say you a pimp, right? And you sending that bitch out or whatnot, and you in the room, and you like, man, when this bitch get back, I need to fuck something. The bitch come back, you know what I'm saying, and you trying to fuck it, she like, nah, nah, nah.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on, stay right there. Don't move. Cause if hold on. Hey, while I'm on the phone with someone, my shit ain't like O'Shea. Y'all stop calling while I'm on the motherfucking phone. Wait till I finish with Buddy. Hold on. No rehearsal. If that bitch pick.
Hello?
Hey, let me ask you something. You know what I mean? When the last time I sat up there and I fucked you?
When?
Yeah, bitch. When was the last time that I fucked you?
Like a while ago?
No, bitch. No. Don't sit up there and put it. I won't even allow you to sit up there and lie. Bitch, when was the last time that I fucked you? Ain't no bitch on the phone. I'm not trying to convince another bitch to join or anything like that. Bitch, answer the motherfucking question. When the last time that I sat up there and blessed you with some dick?
Today?
You said what?
Today?
Uh-huh. And you know what I mean? Before that, when was the last time I blessed you with some dick?
Like a while ago?
Okay. Now, have you ever rejected me for some sex?
No.
Okay, would you ever reject me for some sex?
No. Like if I couldn't have sex, yes, but no.
If you couldn't have sex, bitch, what you mean if you couldn't have sex? What I didn't even understand that. What does that mean?
Like what if I wasn't feeling well, or what if I had my period and we were not having sex?
Why would I even want to bless you with me while you're on your period?
That's what I'm saying. That would be
Okay,
like,
but that's not. Now you sound like the individual on the phone. You're not speaking correctly. You know what I mean? What I say unto one, I say unto all. I've taught you properly how to speak. Now, what I'm gonna say to you is this: if I was to, let's say, you know, man, I came from outside because I think that's what he trying to. Because I could see he a hood nigga and he wants some good hood questions asked. So what I want to ask you is, let's say if why the fuck y'all keep calling while you know I'm on the phone? If
yeah, I thought that was my phone at first.
no, it's me. So let me ask you this: if I came from outside playing basketball, not and you know me, I wouldn't do that. But even if I came from outside playing basketball, would you turn me down for sex? Would you
No.
be
No.
okay? And let's wait a minute. Let's just be honest though. Not just speaking from our experiences or even my experiences with others. Matter of fact, let me even ask you that. Are you offended when I have sex with other women?
No.
And why are you not offended that I have sex with other hoes?
Because they're your hoes. Like.
Okay. So you don't get upset. You don't get mad.
No.
Okay. So your world is different than the squares world.
Much different.
Okay. All right, bitch. But yeah, I wasn't even going. You probably thought a bitch was on the line or something, and you were trying to say something. But no, bitch. I'm actually speaking to a partner of mine. And the last time I sat up there and resided and abided, you know what I mean, and that pussy was this motherfucking morning. And when when we sit up there and get in anything, am I lying? Am I pulling on you or are you pulling on me?
Like I'm asking you typically.
Okay. And usually in the lifestyle, you know what I mean, not just you, but even my other students, you know what I mean, from experience, who's initiating things? Who's doing all of the flirt?
No.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. All right, bitch. Well, I'll talk to you at another time. God bless you. Listen, man. You know, whenever a pimp decides to have sex with any of his women, it is considered a blessing. It's not a chore. It's not a consequence. It's not none of that. She feels blessed to be in the present. One of the innumerable reasons why this woman feels blessed to have sex with the pimping is because the bitch had to do something that she don't do with you niggas. She had to earn it. Okay? She can't just sit up there and just look good and she gets some dick from a pimp. She not gonna get the dick from a pimp because her ass is big. She not gonna get the dick that come from a pimp just because she's attractive or she look like motherfucking Beyonce in her prime and shit. That don't work with the pimping. Okay, maybe a young pimp that just came in the game, but a seasoned veteran pimp that's governed by the game, no, it takes more than that. So the fact that she had to earn it and she finally earned it, it's kind of like when y'all was little kids playing your favorite game on Sega, Atari and shit, and you finally got to that one level, like, God damn, after staying up all of this time, I'm finally here, you know? Exactly. That's how it was. That's how the bitch feel. You know what I mean? The same way that the square bitches feel when you niggas get on one knee and propose to that big head ass bitch. That's the same way these bitches feel in the game. The moment that the pimp take his dick out, the bitch like, oh my God, yes, Lord, yes, the bitch ready to get praise. She's ready to have worship service, all because she finally made it in life. She finally get to put this in her obituary that she got blessed with the dick of a pimp. All right, do you got any more questions, man? Before we sit up there and pimp on.
No, that's it, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Blessings to you. All right, man. And see, I should make this show more interesting, nigga. I could sit up there and do what most P's can't do, which is call ex-hoes, because you know some they motherfucking recent. They recent, you know, a recent bitch would just say anything because she with you. But nigga, my ex-hoes will tell you that, nigga. Even my ex-hoes that's married and all of that shit, nigga, if I wanted that from them right now, nigga, they gonna give it up. Hello?
Okay, yeah. Is this O'Shea?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, O'Shea.
No, I don't talk that nigga. I'm the tricking. We talking about pimp. No. I can't give no trick tips.
Okay, now check it. This question is for both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this question is for both of you guys, Sinful P and O'Shea. Hey, you're so confident. How did you and O'Shea become so confident?
Confident in what?
In tricking?
Just confident in yourself, confident in your ability, confident in your skills.
Okay, I said that because, you know, you have a lot of people saying that they're confident and they only confident in 2 or 3 things. What about everything else in your life? You know, as far as how did I get confident, I found out who I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the main thing. Knowing who you are. A lot of individuals don't even know their damn self. So how you gonna be confident in somebody you don't even motherfucking know? So once you get information about self, once you get information about your people, once you get information about, you know, I mean, the calling and the ministry that you have and things like that, you're gonna have the utmost confidence. I didn't come in the game as an individual that lacked confidence. I came into the game thinking that I was going to be the most successful motherfucker in it because I thought I was the most important motherfucker the moment that I got in it. You know, I had self-importance and confidence before I got in the game. You got to remember, you're talking to somebody who was once a teenage minister. So, you know, it's different for me. That's why when you even hear Gorgeous Dre, when you hear Dre speak, it's different when he speaks because it's a different type of realm. It's a different type of anointing, a different type of perspective, a different type of power that comes from people like that because they already had it before they got in the game because they had game before they got in the game.
Right.
Okay. And I'll say, how about you?
Man, it's just he put it together the same way. Shit, listen, I believe in myself at all times, man. So you know that's just, but I can't put it no better than that. That's pretty much the same shit he said. And shit, nigga, I'd have been shot down by so many bitches before. It can't get no better. It can't get no worse than where I was at, nigga. So shit, fuck it. You know what I mean? After a while. You know what I mean? And I'm just real. You know, I'm real to myself. Shit, fuck who don't like it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. You know, and I just rock it like that, nigga. And these bitches be liking that shit. But sipping the tea. You be out here drinking like that. Yes, bitch. Let me pay that prepaid cell phone bill. Bitch. Let me drink on you, bitch. I know that's right. Oh shit, let me stop. Don't get me started, nigga.
Okay. Last part so somebody else can get on the call.
Right.
You guys are human. We're all a human. When you have those moments when you're not confident, how do you get your confidence?
Well, you have a moment where you're not confident in what? So you keep leaving it in an open field. You guys got to know how to ask questions. Lose confidence or lacking confidence in what? What situation? What? That's like if somebody was dying in front of me and I didn't have knowledge on what to do in that particular situation. I'm not going to be confident in what the fuck I'm doing because I'm not knowledgeable. That's what I'm saying. Ignorance leads to basically an individual not being confident. Intelligence, knowledge brings confidence. You got individuals who I got low self-esteem. I don't know. Most of them people don't even know who the fuck they are. So, you know what I mean? Once you learn who you are and learn about this game, man, pertaining to a woman, no, I'm not going to lack any confidence pertaining to obtaining a woman or maintaining a woman. So what you asking about?
Okay, no, I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. Because no, I'm just saying when you're on a path to success, whether you being a pimp or a player or an entrepreneur, whatever it might be, you got to be confident. And there's times that guys aren't confident, so there's no success without confidence. But especially as a pimp or just a man, you got to have that confidence. And I just see that some guys got it and they understand the process, and sometimes you lose it. But then how do you get it back? But I think that it's all based in knowledge, knowing who you are, and that's what you your knowledge of who you are.
Let me get on that real quick. If you watch like the NFL, the people who lose the most confidence all the time are cornerbacks, defensive backs, and they get beat for big plays. Sean Springs, Deion Sanders, Darrell Green. But they have something called short-term memory. You know what I mean? And, right. That's just like anything, medical school or, anything business. You're going to have your ups and downs. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, shit, look at the Golden State Warriors. The motherfuckers was 73-9. That one season was up 3-1, then lost 3 games straight, right? How did they feel? But when you've been there, you can get there back again. You know what I mean? That's the most important part is, how confident you are. You're going to lose. Even Jordan was confident. He lost and he missed shots, but you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that great people have lost and great people have come back. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'm no less than any of those people. So I know that I'm going to have my bumps and bruises, whatever, but I know I'm going to get back there. I'm certain about that. You can't tell me I'm not going to get back. Ain't nothing that in life I don't think I can't get. So that's just how I feel. I wake up that way every day. I go to bed that way every day. And it don't matter what happened in that day. I know that if I put my shit to it, you can't fuck with me. That's how I feel. Can't nobody tell me no different. Mother say you ugly. Yeah, nigga, your nose big. I'm going to get your bitch a drink on that bitch.
Thank you. You both are fine gentlemen. Thank you so much for answering my question.
Yeah. Sinful The T hotline, baby. Make sure you call back. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm finally catching up on some of these questions and things, man. There's statements that was made because one little broad, she was making talking about he gonna hit her when he see her.
I saw that. Hey, Pippa, she told me she won't let me trick on her at Popeyes and shit. Being all disrespectful to the tricking.
Well, I just want to say this to you. That young lady that was just on the phone, that's a young lady that gave me loyalty for over 2 years before we physically seen one another, baby. I've never put my hands on her physically as far as reprimanding her. So, I understand that, I mean, you probably think something in your head, but no, baby, that ain't it. I love that one. I truly love that one, So, pimp gonna have love for, pretty much all his hoes, but it be certain ones, that have done some things that you only hear about in movies. You only see in movies or hear about in a book. You know what I mean? So, no need to hit her. The way she answered that in the beginning, she answered that any pimp or person in the game would know. She answered that phone like somebody who basically thought that I was calling with a bitch on the phone that was a square. And she was trying to basically give an introduction to a square you know what I mean, for a turn. But no, she didn't know, because notice I didn't say, hey, you got over 300 people listening to you right now. I didn't do that. Yes, almost 400 people listening to you, bitch. I didn't do that. No rehearsal. And I like it like that because you get the real. But nah, I sat up there, you know what I mean? Came over there, the bitch was playing around and messing around. And see, when you only putting this fruit and water in your body and doing this calisthenics and you're doing 3 hours of cardio in each and every motherfucking day, yeah, you know what I mean? Your stamina is on another level. You know, when you playing that basketball like you supposed to, man, and, you know, individuals that work out know what I'm talking about. You know, when you get in that pussy, she ain't gonna stand a chance. Hold on. All right, man. Hello.
Yo, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back?
Okay. Yeah. Usually, I know when O'Shea allows you guys to call in, a lot of you guys have that doink from WWF, you know, introduction, you know, when you come in and shit like that. But you
Did
ain't
you
gonna be able
say
to do that with
you
Simple.
say doing?
Yeah, you
I
ain't gonna
forgot
be
all
able to do
about
that
that.
with. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to do that with Sinful The P, baby. You know what I mean? You gonna come like a real man, or you gonna come real player like a real pimpin'. But all that old square shit, nah, man.
He said doing.
Hello, hello.
That's
Yeah, what's going on
Sinful
with
The
you?
P.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. What I want to know is, man, with the tricking, with the question about the tricking, right? So this is what I want to know, Pimpin. Um, when the girl is doing what she's supposed to do, you know, she break herself, give all the wealth and all that. Now, when she needs money or wants money, you know, just to go get her, you know, just for some pocket money or her birthday money, or she just want a couple of dollars to go out with her friends, so she'll have a couple of dollars in her pocket. Is that the trick? Or she gets nothing, never, go get it wherever you could get it from, just run it in, or is it okay to give a little back?
Well, first of all, that wouldn't make sense for you know, because if you really think about it, like your mind, God has blessed you so much, you know, intellectually, you could really answer your own question. How does that woman, you know, attract, you know, exclusive, expensive, you know what I mean, type of clients? How does she get those tricks that's gonna give her, you know, 5,000 for a date? How does she even get
Well,
inside of those particular, you know, places and not be bothered, you know, not being 86th out of the casino? She has to dress a certain way. And that type of attire costs a certain amount of money, you know. Contrary to popular belief, pimps love their hoes. And the only woman that really, truly, you know what I mean, earnestly really love a pimp is a motherfucking hoe. You know, so just being all the way 100, the woman is a reflection of the man, no matter what lifestyle they participating in. So that goes for spirituality or carnality. Reality is the woman is a reflection of the man that she's with. So why would you send your woman looking like she went on a shopping spree at Rainbow? If the man is wearing Louis Vuitton and Gucci this and he got Fendi this, he wearing all of this shit, why wouldn't he allow his woman, you know what I mean, to look the way he looked, you know what I mean, to be on that particular level? Because it take money to attract money. You know, attraction come before subtraction. So you got to be able to attract a trick before you subtract from a trick. So,
Uh-oh.
you know what I mean? If the bitch basically got on the right attire and she looking like a trick's desire, she gonna be able to bring back a desire that the pimp got. You know what I mean? But she can't basically sit up there and look like a trick's desire if pimping ain't sitting over there spending, you know, some of that money on a hoe's attire. So the investments got to be made for that development. That ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking tricking. See, I be hearing individuals talk about certain shit and they don't know. They just, you know, they heard a bunch of rap songs and they got on YouTube and decided to have a channel. But the thing is this, man. A trick know what he gonna do before he even trick. Because he governed by the spirit of tricking and he premeditating, you know what I mean, to trick. That's his primary intent is to trick. That's the intent of his heart, to trick. Now, a pimp, he might meet a beautiful woman, Matter of fact, what's her name? Let me see something that's attractive up in here. Some of these profile pictures kind of look a little strong. Let me find another one. Okay, let me use somebody like Miss T. Kelly. You know, I see another woman, but she looking off to the side. The bitch might look cool from the side, but her face might be handsome in totality. So I got to move on. You know what I'm saying? So okay, let's say a pimp meet the beautiful T. Kelly, and he meets her. They end up having an interesting conversation about Scientology. And she ends up saying that the reason why she don't fuck with the Nation of Islam is because Minister Farrakhan adopted some of the teachings of Scientology and brought it to the Nation of Islam and changed the original teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And let's say that I was able to refute that with some incontestable information that they're not showing on YouTube because their whole objective is to minimize the greatness of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I was to present some information to her that was astonishing to the fact that she wasn't even attracted to me at first. But now I've given her a mental climax that the motherfuckers at her job and her community couldn't give her. And now she's so interested in talking to me that time doesn't even matter. Now she on some Lauryn Hill D'Angelo shit. Nothing even matters with the pimp. Okay, now, you know, it's just some more of it. Hold on. It's just some more of it. So, okay, now I invite her to go to a restaurant with me sometime this week, whenever she has availability, because I want to talk to you again. I haven't been able to enjoy a mental safari such as the one I enjoyed with you on today, you know, I mean, with a woman in a long time. And I would love to do this again because I got edification from this conversation and inspiration to talk to you once again. Can I do that? You know, and she gives me the opportunity to do that. So we meet at a restaurant of my choice. And I have a limousine driver pick her up to basically come, you know what I mean, to me, and we go to this restaurant together. Somebody outside of the game can't see the game that's being applied right now. They'll say, oh man, this old trick ass nigga. But what I tell you guys, tricking is the intent of heart. He know what he want to do. His whole objective is to trick. The pimping's whole listen, hold on. Listen.
Can you repeat that one time?
The tricking, the pimping, dope dealing, gangster, all of that shit. It's the intent of heart, your primary intent. What is your intentions? What was your intentions the whole time? And see, if an individual goes in with the intentions of to pimp, then you can't say that this individual is a trick because he went in with the intentions to pimp. Now, I'm not saying going in the strip club, giving this woman some money or dating a woman. No, he's a trick. But you know what I mean? As far as an individual, see, you got so many ratchet, ghetto, ignorant, belligerent ass niggas speaking on a lifestyle they don't know anything about. Because anybody knew anything about pimp, anybody knew anything about pimp.
You just spot right there. They couldn't have been no realer than that.
Right.
It couldn't have been no realer than that right there.
Let me say this.
And that was so clear the way you fit it down.
Yeah, let me say this. The pimp is a Renaissance man. You had pimps that turned out some of the most beautiful squares to the game because they was romantic. They was intellectual. They was romantic. All of these guys that you see on Instagram sounding like riddling babies and they sound like they can't spell their name on a smartphone by the grace of God, that ain't even the pimp. Okay? If I go out with this particular woman and we at a restaurant and we're speaking about things that have nothing to do with the game, but I'm giving game the whole motherfucking time, though. You know what I'm saying? I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not thinking about no damn tricking. Why? Because the primary intent of my heart and my spirit is to pimp. I'm turning her out to some game. Now, after this, you know, we go out to the restaurant and we in fellowship. Now she calling me on the phone At first, like she was trying to be cool at first. When I called her, she'll let the phone ring about 5 or 6 times, like a lot of you square ass women do to try to act like you important, right? But now she answered on the first ring. She happy when the pimpin' call. So now we having beautiful conversations with one another about this and that. And now she's getting into, what do I do? Now she likes me so much. Now, by the time that I done had all of these conversations, with her, and then certain pimps, I'm gonna just be real. Certain pimps went there mentally, emotionally, and physically before he even had her physically in the lifestyle. Okay, so he had a bond with her. He met her needs in different categories. She likes him as a man. My objective is to get her to like me as Philip. Because if she likes me as Philip the man, Sinful The P will have an opportunity to have this woman in the game. Okay? So I'm not tricking on this bitch. I'm sitting over there, you understand me, getting this bitch an opportunity to know me as a man. Period. Just like when a pimp go in the strip club. You can't say that he's a pimp simply because he paid the damn bartender to give some drinks to him and his damn pimp partners. That ain't got nothing to do with tricking. I'm seeing so many stupid niggas saying stupid shit out of their mouth because they listening to rappers. But anyway, like I was saying, man, that shit got something to do with the intent of heart. When she asked me, what do I do if the spirit of the game and the spirit of pimping lets me know that this is the appointed time for me to convey what I am and what I do, then that's the appointed time for me to bless the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And once she learned what I do, she either gonna fuck with the truth or she gonna run away from it. You know what I'm saying? But 9 out of 10, by that time, she like the man so much, she don't give a fuck what he do. Stop making these lifestyles so important. It's a man and woman thing, from the beginning to the ninth inning. So if she like me as a man, she gonna like me whether I'm a pediatrician, doctor, minister, gang banger, stranger, pimp, whatever the fuck I am. She gonna fuck with me because she like me as a man. So, in that particular example, wasn't no tricking, involved. And that's why that bitch 9 out of 10 gonna evolve into a goddamn hoe.
And it all comes from your mindset of you had the end game in mind. You was thinking about the end from the beginning.
I had the game from the beginning to the ninth inning. I never had I gained more money than I spent mentality because that even got the spirit of tricking in it. I had the mentality of a gentleman. I had the mentality of an informative representative that loves women and knows how to treat a woman and knows how to speak to all women and all females of all walks of life. That's what I came with. I came with the game. I came as a minister of good tidings to bring the engrafted, irrefutable, incontestable ass in your face as game. That's what I came as. And I left as some pimping and she's walking as some hoeing.
Hey, Stan, I just got one more question. If I wanted to get in touch with you, if I wanted to reach out, where do I get in contact with you at? Or what do I need to do to get furthermore into it,
Yeah, I'm glad.
How can I reach you?
I'm glad that you asked that question because it's because of the beautiful mind of O'Shea Jackson that this even exists. O'Shea was like, man, it's too many people, man, that need that game, bro. And, there's a lot of people that's making a killing off of something that you're supposed to be doing. So I initiated that finally. I got my own website. And if anybody wants private consultation with me and would like to speak to me, you can just go to www.sinfulthep.net, hit the consultation button, and you can get, consultation at any given time. Whenever you got the availability, we can set it up.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get right on that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think O'Shea just put the link inside the comment section. So for those that want consultation from me, they can go get it. And just subscribe to all my channels. They can see the website, listed. When you go to any of my videos on my channel, when you go in the comment section, I usually pin all the other channels and I pin my website as well. So you can get consultation from me at any time, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm not currently in the U.S. Brother, I'm not in the U.S. either. I'm in Canada.
Yeah, and listen, can we get the spirit of tricking on some of these free likes and this motherfucker? Man,
Hold
we
on,
be
let me
giving you
see.
niggas entertaining shows, man. You can't like the video. You know what I mean? Where my real trick niggas at? Trick on the free likes. You know what I mean? Oh, let me say this. I appreciate everybody being in here, but you guys know if you want to ask a question, want me to ask a question, it's not gonna happen unless you call in or you super chat. Go ahead.
North Carolina. North Carolina, what's happening?
Hey, what's up? My bad, man. I thought this was O'Shea's line. That's why I came in with that, man.
Okay. Well, you now that you apologize to yourself, for coming in with that, what you got?
Okay. Now I do the tricking. I do the tricking out of the country. O'Shea knows me as Milan the Travel Boy. All right. So we had some guys that do tricking out of the country, or we call it mongering. It's actually whoremongering. You know what I mean? But it's still tricking all around. You're just tricking out of the country. Now I have one dude. He claims he's a Mac because he says the Macking is not about. Macking is supposed to be the essence of getting what you want, controlling a chick's mind to get what you want. But I never understood that because he's still paying for the chick and he's not doing like you. And I kept telling him he's not. He's in a different. He's in the same realm as we are as tricking. How do you look at that?
Well, first of all, this individual that professes to be a Mac, I don't want you to judge the whole population of people that profess to be a Mac because of the representation that you're seeing from him. Because
yeah, I know.
hmm
I know not to do that. I asked about you because I know you'd probably give me the answer.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
justify.
Well, I want to. Well, every representative has a different perspective, and for me, it's a distinction. It's like Macs and pimps are on two different planets. Okay, a Mac is not a pimp, and a pimp is not a Mac. Right?
Mm.
I know people that's gangsters that profess to be Macs. I know individuals, you know what I mean, that players that profess to be Macs. And then you have people who think that the Mackin is the highest, echelon. They think that that's the highest platform, the highest you can go within the pimping is the Mackin. I don't believe that. I believe the highest is the pimping. But everybody,
they had Goldie's movie, The Mac. That's what people got confused with.
Well,
the old movie.
What I just say this so we can all agree. As you travel to different locations, every representation will have their own vision and definition of how they see the game and the titles within the game, about the subculture and everything like that. Me personally, as far as with the guy that you're speaking about, this doesn't even sound like you're speaking to somebody that's really like from the game. And I know that you probably think that when he said that he was a Mac, that you probably thought that he was saying that he was a pimp also, right?
No, I knew he was something different when he said. When he first told me it, I thought so. But then he was like, "No, there's two different levels. Macs are not pimps. We don't persuade women to have sex, get money. We persuade women to get in their heads and do what they want or have it our way." Basically, he said. But here's the thing: I don't understand. Okay,
I don't even understand.
He goes out of.
I don't even understand the shit. I don't even understand the shit you just said. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, he basically said Mac is basically almost like this is his interpretation. Mac is basically somebody who goes. It's almost like what you would call like what you said. Something similar, like I think you were saying earlier in the show.
Well, hold on. Not to cut you off, but so people won't have a misunderstanding. Macs are. I'm from the city of Chicago. A guy could be selling. Yeah. A guy could sell dope and still profess to be a Mac there. A guy could be a hard cold, stone cold killer and be a Mac there. A guy could pretty much obtain in different lanes and be a Mac there. When you go to the Bay Area, when you go to Oakland, when you go to Frisco, You have different individuals who sell drugs. Nigga might be selling pills. He got prostitutes. He robbing niggas, but he still call himself a Mac. So no disrespect, but I'm not really impressed, with the title of a Mac. No disrespect, but when it comes in comparison with the pimping, no, it's no comparison. The pimping, you know what I mean, is second to none. I want to make that very plain.
What is your definition of a Mac? So I get it clear.
Well, it's not so much of my It's not so much of my definition of a Mac. I'm just giving you the different definitions, of a Mac. When you travel to different areas, as you travel to different locations, there will be different representation to tell you things differently because they see things differently. You got some that's gonna say a Mac is a difference between an MAC and an MACK. Then you have, individuals that's gonna tell you that, a Mac ain't gonna wait on a bitch to do a goddamn thing. A Mac gonna put itself in position and he gonna have it in possession, whether that hoe put it in his possession or not. He gonna tell you that that's the difference between, the pimping. The pimping sitting over there waiting, and contemplating on whether the bitch gonna sit up there and put it in his collection plate. And the Mac don't give a fuck whether the bitch turn into an expiration date or not. He gonna put it in his plate his goddamn self, and the bitch just adding on to whatever the fuck he got in the plate. Some people might say that.
He might have been referring to. But here's the thing, when he says that, it's like, he was from Cali or whatever, Oakland, and they don't believe in tricking. So here's the catch.
Yeah, they do believe in tricking. If they didn't believe in tricking in Northern Cali, there wouldn't be no pimping and horn going on. So yeah, they believe in tricking out there too. They believe in tricking everywhere. Tricking is omnipresent, man. Hey, listen to me. I got this game. Hold on, listen to me, because I don't want nobody to leave with the shit you saying. Listen, tricking is omnipresent. They're not just tricking on Earth. They tricking in all other planets too. Okay, it's tricking going on in all planets. It's tricking going on in the Bay. It's tricking going on in Southern Cali and Northern Cali. Wherever you go in this world or any other worlds that exist, it's some tricking going on. All right.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to say that. Now I don't want people to.
No, I agree with that. I think what I said it wrong. What I'm trying to say is, no, they believe there's tricking in Cali, but the guy that calls him a Mac is against him tricking. Like, he doesn't believe in him doing it himself, but he does it out of the country. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of weird.
No,
he's like,
not.
oh, I'm a Mac.
No, it's not weird, because I said something in the beginning of the show. I told you guys to stop being mesmerized by what people say and start studying, doing observation of the work, from what people said. And he told you that he's a Mac, but what has he produced in front of you to show you that he's Macking? If he has not shown you, right. So, that's a dead subject. That's just an individual professing to be something, and you haven't seen anything, heard anything from reputable representation in the streets to give confirmation of him being somebody in the streets for what he professed to be in the streets. So that's just another dead ass conversation. You just casting pearls before swine, talking to an individual that's professing, and you don't know whether or not he possessing what he professing. Just another conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know why he used the word Mac and stuff like that, and I wanted to know why he was going against what he does. You know what I mean? Well, it's like a drug dealer, get high off their own supply and then use it. You know what I mean?
He says that he goes to other countries and trick.
No, I know he does. He does it now, but he said in his mind he doesn't trick in the States. He just does out of country. So he looks at it as, okay, I'm going out of country to trick because it's different, because these women so-called need the money. So in his head it's okay. But I tell him it's all bullshit. You're just like us. You're a trick like us. You're not nothing better. That's why I just wanted to get that clarification from you.
See, the game just ministered to my mind. No, what it is the way he explained it to you, you misunderstood what he was saying. He wasn't saying that he goes to trick in other countries. He was saying that the way that he conducts himself in the States is not the same way that he conducts himself in other countries, because in these particular other countries, you have to charm and disarm a woman in order to basically have that woman, you know what I mean, within the lifestyle. That's what I believe that he was honestly saying to you, and you interpret it as him basically moving that way because, you know, if he's in an area in the States where it's a bunch of ghetto-fied, ratchet-ass bitches that don't understand elegance, that don't understand a man being a gentleman, then he's not going to even probably apply himself in that particular manner in that, you know, area. But when he goes to another area and he's speaking to some old educated, two-parent home, religious background, you know, different culture type of woman, he gonna basically bring a different approach in order to be her coach in the end. You know, I think that's what he was conveying to you, but you pretty much misinterpret what he's saying. I think that if he was on the phone, he could probably give clarity, even though I don't know the guy, but that's just what the spirit of the game laid on me just right now. You just took it as a way, or maybe he didn't explain it right.
Well, the thing about it is, I think he doesn't know how to speak the language or do like what you said. That's what I'm saying. He actually pays for it. Like, he does like what the same thing I do. Like, and I went out of the country with him. I just didn't want to put him on blast like that. But I've known he did it. You know what I mean? And he's in groups that trick, and that's what I'm saying. He does what we do. Like, games.
No. Listen. You cannot serve two masters. You either gonna serve the game or serve another lane called tricking. And you cannot you can't be a Mac in a trick. You can't be none of that. These are different lanes. Okay. So if he's tricking, then he's a trick. See, once you get into a continuity of doing something, that's you. Lawyers practice law, doctors practice medicine, sinners practice sin, pimps, they do the pimping, tricks do the tricking. And if he's doing some tricking, he's a trick.
I probably didn't make it clear enough because I didn't go all into depth, and I should have. But that's why, because he was like, "Oh, I'm a Mac because I'm only giving the girl money because I have control. It's not like she's making me do it." But I'm like, dude, you're a tricking. You're a trick. Don't try to sugarcoat it or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now we got. Now you see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't believe him. It was just I wanted to get clarification, so I go by somebody that knows what they're talking about, and it automatically looks like I'm not an idiot, and I can for my own justification know I know what I'm talking about instead of just only my opinion. So that's why I wanted to just find out about.
Okay, well, I appreciate you, man, for calling in, man. Good looking.
All right, thanks.
Right. Yeah, Hispanic Alpha World, he love that shit. That's what's up. Bro, but this is what I need y'all to do before I answer another call, right? It's pretty much damn near almost 400 people, right? Check it out, man. I need for you guys to hit that like button for Shay. The more likes, the more recommendations for this particular video. If you think the content that was shared within this video is worth sharing, by all means, please share. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, wherever you would like to share it. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, to O'Shea Duke channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson's channel. Also, click on channels. You'll see that O'Shea has another channel, which has less subscribers, but man, it got a way bigger, man, the content over there, man, is crazy. And you don't want to miss it on the Sundays for them Sunday Rumbles. So everybody want to hit channels right now and click on O'Shea Duke Jackson, his other channel over there, and hit the subscribe and bell over there. So whenever O'Shea go live over there, you'll get a notification and be able to join. And please, by all means, hit the like button because it's been too much entertainment, too much enlightenment, too much encouragement, share it within this video for it not, to have likes on it. Matter of fact, let me check. Yeah, it's 256 likes, to my, I don't know, maybe Shay's seeing something different, but you need to hit that like, man. Get them likes over 300, man. Break yourself for the likes, break yourself, for the shares, for the comments. You that's in the corner that ain't made a comment, get your ass up, make a comment in the comment section and give praise to this game, man. Break y'all motherfucking selves to this game right now. Go ahead, Shay.
No, I'm good. Shit. Moderators, keep putting his Sinful The P's thing on there. They still calling in?
Yeah, I had to sit up there and mute the ringer to sit up there and say that, but as soon as I try to make a point or you try to make a point, they're gonna end up calling in because they was fighting the whole time. Like the missed calls that I got within this time is crazy.
Right. Please, Pimpin, let me get some of this game, please.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Matter of fact, I do this.
Oh, wait, shout out to Parker Lynn. All right, shout out to Parker Lynn.
Is it any ladies that want to challenge me? I see that
Parker Lynn just donated. Oh shit, this is my donation in advance. So if I get reckless in the chat, don't give me a timeout and put me in the corner. Call in. Thank you, Parker Lynn. Call in and shout out to JR Advance. Gary Grant, thank you. Hey, brother, shit, like I told the young man, a 2C. Confidence conversation gets you what you want. JT Coin Rigging, this is going to be interesting. Thank you, guys. Ladies, call in. Call in. They was in here.
Yeah, I want the ladies to call in. Hold on. Here comes something. I already know it's one of the fellas. I can just feel it. You know, you can always feel when an ugly nigga calling, right? Hello?
Yo.
Told you. What's happening?
Hey, man. I know y'all wanting the ladies to call in. Hopefully you get one on your next call, brother. But I had a question, man, because
let me turn you.
A lot of
hold on. Let me turn you down. Hold on, brother. Let me turn you down a little bit because you loud as hell. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm a loud nigga. I can't even help it.
All right, man. What you talking about?
All right. See, my question is this: I be hearing a lot of pimps say like, "Oh, this guy got something else going on. Like, oh, he might be macking a few girls or earning off the the prostitution or something like that. But he's not a real pimp because it all is not coming out of a bitch ass. You know, basically saying like, oh, if he got something else going on, like, oh, he's hustling, or he got some businesses over here, and he's a pimp. Oh, he's not really a pimp.
I ain't never
all 100% not coming out of her ass. Like, I just want to understand the psychology behind that. Like,
well, that's not my psychology, but whoever you heard it from, you had to ask them their psychology behind whatever the hell they were saying. If that's but what I will tell you is pimps had businesses in the 70s. Pimps was that ain't nothing new. One of the best pimps to ever pimp in the lifestyle was a pimp by the name of Joe Cato. And Joe Cato had businesses. Joe Cato even presided over a damn hotel and had hoes hoeing in that motherfucker. So whoever told you that, pretty much didn't give it to you in reality. Now, what I will tell you as far as the drug dealing and all of the hustling and all that other shit, no, that ain't got nothing to do with this game. A pimp don't do nothing but live off the game. Now, when you reach a certain plateau in the lifestyle, it would be wise of you to present yourself damn near like you broke, or present yourself to be a square money. If you don't got a legitimate business, you need to present yourself like have that Rick Ross mentality. See, that's why I tell people, even though somebody else is in a different lane, that don't mean that you can't get game from their lane. Now, when you look at the pimps, they egotistical, arrogant, flamboyant, always showing things. But when you look at Rick Ross had more money than all of the pimps, within the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. But when you looked at him, you would have never known that Rick Ross had that type of money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's because he walked in the spirit of wisdom and humility, even though he had more currency than everybody else in the motherfucking community. You know what I mean? That was wisdom. That's some good game that could be applied in all lanes. That's what I mean by game being so impeccable that it's applicable to everybody's lifestyle. Okay? Now, once you get on the elite level and you generating so much money, you got to start taking the dirty money to the cleaners. You got to get you some legal businesses, or you got to start socializing with your friends.
But initially you said it still got to be from the pimping, like out the mud. It got to be from the pimp.
Well, that's
for
the only
you to be a real P.
Well, that's the only way that it could be classified as some pimping, and if it came from some pimping. How you gonna say that? How you just gonna put pimping on anything? If you selling dope, if you got other shit, if you mixing it to fix it, then how the fuck you just gonna put pimping on it? You can't just put pimping on anything. Pimps live off their game. Okay, that's just like when I give consultation. I've done consultation in my bed. I've done consultation sitting on the couch. I've done consultation, you know what I mean, talking, giving game out my mouth in the ears of one of my students while a big booty bitch was in my lap rubbing on some thighs, nigga. You know, this is not hard labor. I'm opening my mouth, spilling the jewelry that's coming out my mouth that the game didn't bless me with. So I'm living off the game. I'm not working.
Okay. I can understand that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not breaking my manicured nails. Only time a pimp gonna have a job. Listen, only time a pimp gonna have a job is if he on probation or parole. Or
oh no, definitely not no job. I was just saying, like, you know, dipping into other different type of endeavors. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, the pimp is getting it from the womb, not the spoon. He checking it out of a hoe's ass, not a dope bag. He trying to get rich off a cold, prolific, profound, pimpish speech. He not trying to be motherfucking Rafer Edmond or Big Meech. He just doing some motherfucking elite pimping, man. That's it.
All right. Well, shit, man, I appreciate you taking the call, man. I don't want to take up too much time because, shit, I'm trying to hear when beautiful women get on the line, too. So,
yeah.
Y'all just keep this show going. It's a real good one, man. Shout out to O'Shea, too.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Bless.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be sitting over there, motherfucker, selling drugs and shit, be like, yeah, I'm a pimp. No, nigga, that ain't where you got it from, man. You know what I mean? You got that, you know, if it say, for example, if Cardi B, I spoke to Cardi B, and Cardi B liked me, and Cardi B decided to give me some money. Cardi B gave me $200,000. If Cardi give me $200,000 without selling some pussy, I can still say that it's pimping because I charged the bitch. It's charge a bitch, break a hoe. So it's still some motherfucking game that's being applied. I'm still living off of the information that's proceeding from my mouth. So since I'm living off just like, for example, when a pimp is no longer participating in the lifestyle actively anymore, he's still gonna live off the game for the rest of his life because he could bring out films, he could bring out books, he could do consultation, interviews. So even if he decide to be a motivational speaker, even if he decide to be a teacher, a preacher, he's still gonna live off the game because whenever you listen to his testimony, where is his experiences coming from? The motherfucking game. So I'm gonna live off this game for the rest of my life. So when I say thank God for the game, that I'm not being carnal, I'm being real. Lord, thank you for this game. I'm thankful for this game, man. You know? Yeah, when you go read in the book of Acts when the Apostle Paul was talking to King Agrippa, you're gonna see some of the best game known to mankind. Apostle Paul popped so much game that King Agrippa said, thou almost persuaded me to be a Christian. You know what I mean? Notice that came out of a Gentile's mouth. It never came from the Israelite, but that's another subject. But you know what I mean? He said, man, you almost persuaded me to be like, that's because Paul was coming in the spirit of humility. Paul was popping game. Why was the Apostle Paul more effective than the other apostles? Because the Apostle Paul had more game than the other apostles. You know what I mean? Why is it that when you listen to other pimps speak about the lifestyle, you know, you laugh, you smile, but it ain't the same power as Andre Taylor? Because it's a different magnetism with him. That's the anointing from holiness. It's just different, you know? And see, Charles, you have the wrong, I'm glad you said that. And I wish you would call in because You have the wrong definition of what game is. Okay? First of all, number one, we define game to be uncommon information. So when the scripture said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, in other words, in Ebonics terms, in the vernacular of the streets, people in the game is being destroyed for their lack of game. Because we define game to be knowledge, not manipulation. What's manipulation about a man telling a woman that this is what I was, this is what I am, and this is who I will be, this is what I did, this is what I'm doing, and if you decide to fuck with me, this is what it's going to be. What's the manipulation in that? So when I say the Apostle Paul used game, brother, I'm saying that he used the truth. No, brother, game don't equal manipulation. You have a false definition. You think that game is 2 + 2 is convincing somebody that 2 + 2 is 5. No. And I'm not saying that there's not parts of the game that doesn't have manipulation in it, but don't use our lifestyle for that. That's manipulation is in all walks of life. Manipulation is in Islam. Manipulation is in Christianity. Manipulation is in the subconscious, but think they the conscious community. Manipulation is omnipresent. You have positive manipulation and you have, negative manipulation. But when I spoke on that, brother, he did. When you read what the brother was saying to King Agrippa, you know what I mean? Yes, brother, it was some good game. That was some cold game. It's just like when, and you probably don't even go that far, but when you look up King Jehu, when King Jehu, the man of God, deceived, the Gentiles into thinking that they was going to worship idol gods, only basically for him to have the brothers close basically the doors, and they ended up killing all the idol worshipers. Brother, that was game. So I just showed you one side of the game. Then I went to what people would probably classify as negative, side of the game. But that was game. Let me see what else he said. There's no positive manipulation. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to say his name, right? But we're I have love for him. He saw one of my videos because I spoke against the Church of God in Christ. And somebody very important within the Church of God in Christ reached out to me. And because of his love for my ministry, and because he knows that I would bring members to his congregation, he pretty much, this is good. Now, I'm showing you pastor manipulation. And those of you that are Black men, you're handsome, or you just got an aura or some magnetism about yourself, you didn't have these conversations with pastors and ministers as well. But this is good pastor game. This is good bishop game, good minister game. And what they'll do is they'll try to get all of the handsome men, or the men that come out of prison, or men that come from the streets, or men that graduate out of college, men that gonna have something going on for themselves. They try to get that individual to basically join their congregation. And one of the coldest, compelling, tactics that pastors use, if he grew up in the church, they say, Sister Ashley, or Sister Tiffany, or Sister Banks, she's still here. She waiting on God for you, and if that particular brother, possesses love for that sister, which I've seen before, he might come to the church and hear a message or listen, all because that sister is still there. That is still good pastor manipulation. Or you might make this particular minister marry this female minister or a popular sister that's on one of the auxiliaries within the congregation to get them married, because by marrying them, you have a better chance of maintaining them within the congregation. Okay, so please, brother, you sound misinformed. There's positive and negative, and yes, manipulation is omnipresent. It's at your church, his movement. It's everywhere, brother. No, brother, you sound. Matter of fact, why don't you call in, Charles? Give that brother the number. Why don't you call in, Charles? If you got the availability to call in, brother, we can speak right now. And we can debate, like gentlemen right now. Turf or Tony, provide the number right now. See, because right now, brother, you making statements, but you providing no scripture to substantiate what you're saying. You're just speaking. The word of God said in 1 Thessalonians, prove all things. So, brother, please, by all means, prove what you're saying. Because from Genesis to Revelations, I can show you scriptures where manipulation was used, even from Abram. Because if we remember, the man that is the father of all nations, he lied, did he not? Yeah, brother, stop it now. You better study your word. I got more knowledge concerning y'all Quran and King James Version and Amplified and NIV than your own pastor. Y'all better go study. You're not ready. Paul knew how to play the game. Yeah, Paul had game. Why you think Paul, by Paul being able to speak the different languages that he spoke in, brother, do you not know that that's game? That's game within itself. He don't know no better. Touch somebody and say he don't know. And let me also say this. When I speak on pastors, I'm not speaking on the whole population of pastors, because you have a difference between pastors and disasters. If you study the word of God in Isaiah, the scripture calls them greed dogs, dumb dogs. Another scripture, disasters. You know what I mean? That's what they are. Scattering the sheep. But if you, the sheep of God, you know his voice. But I don't want you to think that every pastor or minister is some con artist that's trying to convince you of something just to deceive you out your little tithes and offerings. But I want to tell you that Sinful The P didn't come to bring religion. I come to bring you the game. I'm not about religion. If religion was the answer, it wouldn't have even been no purpose of Yahawashi that y'all refer to as Jesus to even come. Okay, he ain't. Okay, why are these folks so touchy about religion? Ain't the point you to read it yourself? Hey man, the words say, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman not needed to be ashamed, rightly divide the words of truth, man. There's a lot of individuals. And notice it didn't say study the word of God, it simply say study. So for all you Christian and Baptist people, when you go to Timothy, and when it told you to study to show thyself approved unto God, notice it didn't say study the word of God. It said study. So you need to be studying medicine. You need to be studying the encyclopedia. You need to be studying anything that you can get your hands on, because there's certain individuals that you're not going to be able to convince if you're just coming from a King James version. If you don't have no life experiences, if you don't have the anointing, if you don't have a diligent, studying going on pertaining to things outside of the Bible, ain't nobody going to listen to you. You just another nigga quoting scriptures with no power. Okay, let me see. Y'all hit that like button. Let me see how many likes Shay got, man, before we get off this thing. All right, it's 284 likes. You know what I mean? By all means, man, give bro 16 more likes. Let's get them likes up to 300. And I know the ladies a lot of times be intimidated to talk to Sinful P, but I would really like for all you Jill Scott, living my life like it's gold, and Indy Reed watching Sonetta TV all the time, sisters, to call in with your conscious views and pretty much destroy anything that I have to say pertaining to the game. Bring your 20-letter words, bring your mama say Mumapusai ass teachings, and call in right now and destroy me. And that go for you brothers too. Anything that I'm saying right now that's contrary to the truth, you have nothing but availability to call in right now and debate me on anything. You can even sit up there and call your favorite YouTuber that you think so highly of and watch him get crushed by this game. Hold on. New York. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Is this the tip?
Well, I'm sinful. You can refer to me as a man, darling. That's just, a lifestyle that, that's a title of within a lifestyle. But I am a man, and you just say, "Is this sin?" So yeah, this sinful. What's going on, baby?
Okay. No, I just had a question to ask you because when I looked at you, I didn't know what the title was. I was just coming in. And I said, you know what? I said, he's just like a pimp. You must have got trained by somebody in the 70s.
You said I
Because I'm
must.
looking at
You said I got trained by who?
somebody back in the 70s, an old pimp, because you got old souls. Like these little color suits that your females on the clean. Now, I have a question to ask you because I know pimping ain't easy. Now, you making it seem like you doing all this or whatever. You got everything under control. Have you ever came across a woman that challenged you in your pimping game?
Many, and that's one of the major reasons and one of the many reasons why I love black women, because most of my challenges came from black women. So, when you meet a woman who is college educated, street educated, and had life experiences before she met you, she's not going to be an easy catch. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't want an easy catch because as easy as it was to catch her, that's how easy it is for her to leave you or get knocked by someone else. So the woman that's saying that she would never do this, the woman that's saying that she would never participate in that and I'll never be with you, that really is the woman to pursue, because in all honesty, if I can convince her, if I can get her as much time as I put in to get this woman, another man gonna have to do that 10 times that and that to sit up there and have her motherfucking ass, especially after I have her. So, you want a woman like that because, another reason, if them people was to get her in an interrogation room and try to manipulate her into saying anything incriminating about you, by her being intelligent and by her being witty on her own, collaborated with the game that you already done blessed her with, she gonna be able to stand the test of time because she got her own mind along with the game that you blessed her with.
Okay, so I'm glad you say that because a woman like that, like you were saying, the one on the phone. Now the one you call on the phone, that's one still in training because the way when you call her D and this and that. See, a strong woman we were just talking about, you wouldn't be able to call her and talk to her like that because she wasn't telling you call her D's and all that stuff.
Okay, well let me. Let me say this to you, darling. No matter what woman I'm with, if she don't like what I called her or said to her, then she won't be with me. Now, that woman that you just heard, that's a woman that I love dearly. And my people that follow me, they didn't heard me call her baby and some more shit or whatever, but I just felt like talking shit because that was the mood, the spirit that I was in at that particular time. And so that was the word that was relinquished at that particular time. But I call her baby because that is my baby. I call her woman because that is my woman. And I call her a bitch because that is my bitch. And I call her a hoe because she is my hoe. I call her friend because she is my friend. So I could call her those things because she's everything to me. So when you everything to me, I can call you everything. But if you're nothing to me, then I can't call you nothing because you ain't worth nothing to talk to.
Because usually the kid will talk to a woman like that behind closed doors, and then you out on the scene calling her bees and stuff.
That's inaccurate. That's not. Hold on, that's not accurate. I don't know what you judging my lifestyle off of somebody's reputation, but a woman being called a bitch within our lifestyle, she's not even going to be offended by that. Only a woman outside of the lifestyle would be offended by that. Women call each other bitches, and black people call each other niggas. You know what I mean? So
a real woman that respect herself.
Listen, no disrespect, but I've known dignified women and classy women with doctor's degrees, masters, and they're very classy, but I've seen them interact with women who they're very close to, and I've seen even classy women call each other bitch. So please, no disrespect, but baby, save that. Like my grandmother used to say, baby, take that to Walgreens. I know better than that.
I'm talking to the pen. I'm talking to the pen.
Right. You talking to but you're talking to a man though. And you're talking to a man that got experiences with people from all walks of life. And I've dealt with women who come from a classy family and they carried themselves, you know what I mean, with class, you know, when they was in the street. Now, when you get to know these individuals and when they let their hair down, you know what I mean, they get cool with you, they show you all sides of them. And that does not minimize them as a classy woman just because they called their friend and said, bitch, girl, I tell you, I'm not going to look at her differently for calling her friend that. That's a language that they have amongst themselves. That's just like a man, if he hitting it from the back and he got her hair in his hands and he's sitting over there, you know what I mean, talking about this pussy gonna be obedient to me tonight. Do you hear what I'm saying, bitch? And she respond back and she's screaming, yes. She don't feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't, you can hear it in her voice. That woman that you just heard on the phone, you talking about a woman that I catch hell over. Come on, man. That's me. That's my reputation. I don't hate her or dislike her. You talking about a woman that I love. But go ahead. You said what?
Okay. That's your personality character. That's the way y'all react with one another.
Yeah, that's my woman. I could do that.
Okay. I'm asking you a question. Okay, because what age do they retire, you know, being like prostitutes or call girls? What's the age limit?
Whatever age that they choose. Because the game is a game of choice. It's not by force. So whatever that woman, you know, decide to give up, she can give up. And if he's a real pimp, he ain't forcing her to do nothing. So it's all by choice. And if he decide for her to work out in a gym and increase her marketability, which is going to maintain that currency, she could be 40 years old looking like she's 21, especially if she's not putting that destruction in her body and treating her body right. She could be 40 years old and still checking big bankrolls at 40, looking like she's 21 and running circles around bitches that's 21 years old. So it's up to her and it's up to the pimp. Go ahead.
Do you encourage them to really manage their finance? So, well, you know, at time of like if they get sick or anything like that, when they get a certain age, their mortgage be paid off, they don't have no mortgage payment, stuff like that. Do you encourage them about their finance?
Do I encourage them about their finance? What do you mean?
Like bank their money right, you know, put money away in case emergency or anything like that.
Well, the leader is presiding over all things. So it's very imperative for all female representatives in the game to be with the right man so they won't be giving money to a trash can. But I'll say this to you, you know, some P's is good at making good investments that's going to turn into a lifelong development. And then you have certain individuals like myself that just have a certain discipline that know how to reach something like 100,000 or 200,000 and then act like that don't exist because it's only supposed to be applied for this or that or that or this. So it don't exist. It's not going to be touched. You have certain individuals that just know how to save money. Not everybody or most people in the game don't know how to save money, you know, but you do have individuals that, you know, love their women and whatever she decided to do in the ninth inning, if she decided to open up, you know what I mean, a business, he gonna, you know, support her in that because this game don't stop. The game is bigger than, you know, pimping and hoeing as you guys know it. He can, just like he sent her to the track, just like he sent her to a resort, he can now send her to a business and send her to, you know, the corporate world and check money out of her motherfucking ass like that. The game don't stop. The game is bigger than just a woman getting inside of a car or going in a restaurant or a bar or a club or a casino. The game bigger than that.
Let me ask you a question. Now, this morning you said you was on the phone with you love a lot. You really care about her. Now I'm gonna ask you a quick, a funny question. Just something to trick you, a trick question. Now, she was doing drugs behind closed doors, but you didn't know that. And the pimp, somebody she was tricking with got her high, got her strung out on drugs, but she was hiding from you. What will you do in a situation like that when you find out she's strung out on drugs? But she was keeping herself up, and then she started falling off, and you start seeing red flags. What will you do in a situation like that?
Well, by me loving my woman, I'm going to be compelled to basically reach for my woman and minister to my woman and do what most men within my lifestyle are not capable of doing. I'm going to bring, you know what I mean, the word of life to her, you know, to reach for her as a woman. this is deeper than just our lifestyle. And by me loving her, I'm going to reach for her and keep reaching for her. Huh?
Because drugs could destroy somebody. So you could say a word light, but yeah, if she ain't willing to stop it,
whether she accepted or not, that's on her. That go back to the beginning of me and her. It was her choice to be with me, and it'll be her choice if she continue with that or basically leave that alone to be with me. That is her choice. So a preacher can preach, a teacher can teach, and a pimp can pimp at a hoe's mind, but a bitch got to have a decision of her own. She got to have a desire on her own to leave that shit alone. She got to have her own decision. A mama can pray, grandmama can fast, and they can make all of the prayers and fasting and quote all of them scriptures. But until a person get tired and sick of being sick and tired, they still gonna have a desire to do them damn drugs.
All right, well, I'm ready to get off this line, and you enjoy your eating. I'm ready to go in the chat, but like I said, pimping ain't easy.
Oh no, it definitely not. I agree with you, sister.
Be careful out there. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. You too. Blessings. 1. "99 Problems." You exactly right, bro. You exactly right. And another thing I want to tell you guys, don't be fooled when women get in the comment section and act one way. Don't be fooled when a woman make a video on YouTube and she present herself to be one way. Because in all reality, what you have to understand is, it's just like the brother didn't like when I did it, but check it out. It's just the real. Again, when the Apostle Paul said in Romans 7:18, "For I know that in me that is in my flesh dwelleth no good thing." So, carnality is within the flesh. No good thing is in the flesh. So when these women hear about a lifestyle such as this and having the liberty that they have in our lifestyle, and then one thing all women get in our lifestyle that all women love is attention. Is motherfucking attention. And she'll be able to get her attention, in this lifestyle that she'll never be able to get outside of the lifestyle. So all the attention-starved ass women, they going to present themselves to be one way to you guys, just like, okay, for example, I'm not going to say her name, y'all know, but some of y'all was hurt, and then some of y'all was surprised when one woman who was on YouTube making YouTube videos, y'all got surprised, and some of y'all was mad when she got pregnant by another YouTuber. I didn't. I ain't even making no video about the shit because she did something. She made a decision with her pussy. And I didn't understand why so many black men were speaking down, on a black woman for getting impregnated by a black man, even if the individual is contrary to what she described, or defined the man that she would like. Because women do that all the time. All that does is prove that she's a woman. Because I've seen women say, "Oh, I would never be with him," or "I would never do that," and "Oh, these beta male coons," and all of this shit like that. And then that'd be the same motherfucker that sit up there and have her mind completely blown the fuck out. So I don't be, no disrespect to the ladies, but I'm not moved by that. Women in the "Oh, I would never do that. He got some old weak-minded one." That would be the main bitch that'll fuck with some pimping. That woman that you see in the conscious community, that's using all of these words, she tell you the origin of this and that. If she got around some real pimping, her ass will get knocked too, nigga. So y'all stop buying into these motherfucking YouTube images and shit. The bitches be sitting over there selling on YouTube and all of that type. "Oh, these beta male coons. Oh, these old internet pimps." And all, them bitches will be the main ones on front line, nigga. Stop it. Them would be the main ones sitting over there. He is kind of sexy though. So don't, because one thing I'm gonna tell you guys something. If they truly abhorred this, the women that's in the comment section and the women that's watching this that haven't commented, if they truly abhorred the lifestyle, they wouldn't even be watching. You think that I'm gonna watch something pertaining to homosexuality? No, because I abhor it. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't want to see guys talking about their lifestyle of being gay and when the first time he got plunged, and I don't want to hear that. I abhor that. So I don't have nothing to do with that. So anything that you abhor, you wouldn't even get attention to. By them even watching, it lets me know that it's an opportunity for them to be in my lifestyle. Truth be told. And just because they spoke to a P or a few Ps and didn't come in the lifestyle, that don't mean they spoke to the right representative. And that don't mean it could have been that they were speaking to the right representatives just at the wrong time, because when it comes to women, everything is about timing. So you can say the right words, you can have all the game in this world. But if you met her at the wrong time with the right words, still ain't gonna turn out into, some pimping and some horn, because it was the wrong time. I'm from Oakland. Hoes used to walk me to school, make sure I was safe. T. Kelly, I love that, baby. You know what I mean? That just showed me the good character, about hoes, man. Thank you for saying that. I remember, matter of fact, you reminded me of when I first started in the game, and I was in, this was '07. I was in Southern Cali, Manchester, and I was inside a Tam's parking lot. When I first found out about Tams, boy, I started loving on Tams, right? So I'm sitting in my little S-Type, with my little beautiful things. Matter of fact, speaking on drugs, the bitch that I had up in the ride, she was a bitch that looked like Whitley from Different World, once she got with the pimping. And I seen her potential even before she got with me. I seen that she was attractive and things like that, but I could tell that she, had messed with some drugs and things like that. And I told her that, I could sit up there and pimp at your mind as long as I want to, but if you don't have a desire on your own, I'm just casting pearls before swine. Do you desire to be off drugs? And that's when she broke down and cried, and that's when I was able to minister this game to her, and she accepted it, and she turned into a beautiful hoe. So anyway, I'm in the car, Shay, I think you muted, bro.
Oh,
Okay, I think you back now. So we sitting in Tam's parking lot, and the police roll up on me. I'm suited and booted. Black man in a suit, in a jag, two white hoes, one black. Two lights, one light. One so light, she almost white. And he rolled up, he said, young man, I know what you are, and I know what you're doing. But I respect you because you don't carry yourself like the other ones. All I'm asking you to do is around the morning time, really around 6, really, it'd be good. But if it's so good that you just can't leave, I'm asking you, please, by all means, take your hose off the track when you see the children getting ready to walk to school. I don't want these children to see all of that. I said, sir, I'm not. He said, don't even, I know what it is. Trust me. I was seeing guys like you before you was even born. All I ask for you to do, young man, is to have your hose off the track so these children could go to school and not see the prostitution going on. And just drove off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that remind me of when you talking about hoes being out and things like that. You know what I mean? And because I respect it, and I'm gonna say this, they allowed me to sit up there and check my motherfucking money. You know what I mean? And I had respect for the game. I had them bitches off. And one thing about Cali, it's tracks every motherfucking where. So you know what I mean? You ain't tripping off that shit. You got morning track. Anyway, that's why I love California, man. The home of tracks. I'm a Chicago nigga, Chicago P, but California, the home of tracks, baby. You know what I mean? If you mobile, you got you a bitch that want to stay down, you know what I mean, until y'all come up, man, no excuse, man, in that California, man. None, from southern to northern. Okay, Pro say San Pablo Ave. Okay. Hold on. I'm seeing people that's familiar, though.
yeah, San Pablo. I got to go all
Yeah.
through the Bay Area, that street.
Yeah.
All fucking street.
I'm going to have y'all make me want to do a video about my first time in Northern Cali. My first time pimping in the Bay. So y'all cops feel the way about a lot of stuff, right? Just So y'all know cops feel the way about a lot of stuff, right? Just being 100, you know, I always saw all of them as my enemy because that's what they are. Okay? Just because somebody does something like that and God uses them, because God will use your enemy sometime. But just because, you know, he did that, he's still my enemy. You gotta remember, you know, I'm in Cali at the time. I'm still a Chicago state of mind, baby. You know what I mean? So they still, you know, the enemy. They're on the other side. You know, I never got involved with the cops. Never. You know, you got certain dope dealers and people in all walks of life. You know, they would get cool with cops so they could try to get inside game and all of that. I never was into that, man. You know, because it's a spirit that come with it and it's against the game. And not only that, I think I'm going against the grain by being affiliated and communicating, you know what I'm saying, with the enemy. So, you know, I never got on that. They all enemies. You not hating. Baby, what you saying? Matter of fact, call in right now. With this profile picture that you got, you look kind of thick. Hold on, let me look at your shit. I might be wrong though. You just might be one of them Jill Scott, is it the way type of looking bras, but you don't have nobody though. What's going on, Felicia? You know, some of them for real, some of them conscious sisters, they be thick.
He
That's
said,
why you
"It's
know
the way."
that's yeah, you know what I mean? Or what's that song Jill used to have? You getting in the way of what I'm feeling. Yeah, you know, she might be one of them getting in the way, or Indy Irie, brown skin, big head motherfuckers. Yeah. Okay, I'm not your enemy, brother. I see you as a brilliant brother. It is what it is. The system has fucked black people across the planet. Survival of the fittest. I understand that, brother, but you know, when a person is in the streets, it's only one way to see things. If he gonna be a heavy in it. Period. I cut off one of my friends because he joined the police department. Once he became a Chicago police officer, we haven't spoke since. Do I love him? Yes. Do I wish anything bad on him? No. But at the same time, we can't fellowship. I can't be cool with you. You on the other side of the fence. He was trying to explain this and that. Like, nigga, you the Chicago police officer. Come on, man. I don't want, no, 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 no. Oh, shit, I can't do the hat. We don't associate with them folks. We don't talk to the police. Right. No, no, no. Yeah, bro, I done gave that definition 1,000 times. Watch it from the beginning. I was being facetious, baby. What did you mean about the cops feel that way? Can you be more specific as what that was mean? Get the likes up. Right, listen to the homie. I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. You know, when it comes to being funny, that's just not within your ministry. You know, some of y'all have that in your ministry. I watch some of you guys in O'Shea's comment section. Every now and then somebody will say something funny. But all of these Google, Yahoo email ass jokes that you niggas be coming in the comment, he look like a chicken nugget. Like, what was the purpose of telling a man that he looked like a chicken nugget? Are you, and I'm pretty sure you eat chicken nuggets. So are you telling a man that you would eat him? Like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, do you think about the shit that you say before you sit up there and just get in the comment section? You look like he look like a chicken nugget. Matter of fact, y'all help that nigga, man. Laugh at that shit. Help him out. Laugh at that shit. Subscribe to his channel or something. One of you women that ain't had no pussy since Jesus was crucified, get that man some pussy. Suck his dick or something. Help him out. Cause I know with a joke like that, he probably like, he one of them dudes that go like 2 for 3,000. Out of like 3,000 jokes, he might get 2 of them on some fluke shit. Okay, but yeah, man, if y'all ain't got no questions or any more statements, you know what I mean? I can leave this alone because it's going on midnight here, and I know O'Shea got to get some sleep, and I ain't trying to cut him off. So if you guys ain't got no more questions, Matter of fact, I'm going to get a number out. Matter of fact, Tony, do me a favor. I see Tony in here. Tony, give them my phone number one more time. And if none of them have any more questions, we could just end this. Shake and get his sleep. Y'all can go on about y'all square business. And we go on about our lives, you know? And by the way, man, I'm not a real pimp. I'm a square. Girl that you heard on the phone, that's my girlfriend. Everything I said and did within this video was for entertainment. I'm an entertainer, hoping that somebody who presides over a movie or something, or in power, you know, give me a leading role, man, in a film or something. You know, but I'm a YouTuber. That's what I am. I'm a YouTuber that just so happens to just love to entertain people. That's it. I ain't no pimp. Okay, the greatest square. Right, bro. I'm the greatest square to ever live. Like I keep telling people. But that 773 line that Tony put in the comment section, you guys can ask me anything that you desire to ask right now. Shay probably laying down, farting, sleeping. You know. Hold on, let me fire this up one more time. Boy, New York love the call. Hello? Hello?
Hey, what's up, Sin?
What's happening, man?
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you said, which I totally agree, you can be a simp and a pimp simultaneously. But is there ever such thing as a reform trick?
No.
Yeah.
Once a trick, always a trick.
Okay.
Once a trick, always a trick, because even once he comes into that knowledge of the game, he'll never be able to conform to that mentality in totality, simply because the carnality of his flesh is tricking. He is a trick. He's governed by the spirit of tricking. He thinks tricking. Pretty much he resonates with tricking. Like, that's what he thinks about. As a man thinketh, so is he. You don't just get up and say, I don't want to be a trick today. It's not like that. So you have a bunch of YouTubers or individuals who writing books to deceive the masses into thinking that once they read this book and get the knowledge of something, that they'll be able to do it. And I'm here to tell you that Michael Jordan can write a book about dunking from the free throw line, but after you read the book about how Mike dunked from the free throw line, that don't mean that your fat, out of shape ass gonna be able to dunk from the free throw line. You have to have the abilities to be able to fulfill the information on which you read. So just because you memorize something, that don't mean that you're going to be able to conform it and perform it every day. You're not going to be able to do that because it's not in you. You know what I mean?
So if you get access to game and you apply it, you meditate on it, and you put it into practice, and you do go through your reps, you put your time in, your due diligence, and you practice and you see success. Mind you, you might not be able to be a pimp, because I know it got to be on you, in you, not on you. But can you still move in this arena gamed up?
Yeah, you could be a gamed up. No. And see, I've seen people. I'm glad you said that. Let me clear this up. There have been individuals saying that tricks don't have game. And that is completely a lie. If, first of all, we know that there are more college educated tricks than college educated pimps. There are more tricks with degrees than pimps with degrees. And even though this is not game of the street, this is still game. Knowledge is game. So, you know, we have a lot of gamed up tricks. And let me say this too. A lot of these tricks been veteran tricks. They've been tricking for years. So if he's around a broad that just started or been in the game for 5 years, but she only got 2 months worth of knowledge, he gonna be able to run circles around her, because the hoe is supposed to run that date from the beginning, the middle, and to the ninth inning. And because this trick having more game than this prostitute that's probably professing to be a hoe, the outcome ain't gonna be a big income, simply because the trick got more game than the bitch. And that's the reason why we've seen the price of pussy being reduced is because the trick is controlling the date rather than the hoe controlling the date. See, because if the hoe had dominion over the whole date, the outcome would be a bigger income. But what's happening is you have prostitutes who don't value themselves, don't know themselves. So how could you value somebody that you don't know? And they're basically they're hustling. They're not using game. They're not in a lifestyle of pimping the horn. They're hustling. So you have a bunch of girls selling Phantoms for the price of Hondas. You have girls selling the price of a mansion home for a storefront. So, they don't have game. You got girls selling pussy right now on the internet for $60. I ain't never known $60 to be special. What's special about $60, bitch? What's special about $80? So you have bitches disrespecting themselves, disrespecting this game, and they basically paying more for a room than they even allowing the trick to pay for the pussy. So the tricks, they got it made right now. So let's do some thinking right now.
Okay.
So if the trick is paying not even half of what he used to pay, how could you say that the tricks don't got no game? If back in the day when tricks used to it used to be a time in Vegas where if a trick wanted a woman with class, if he wanted a bitch that was fine as fuck to sit up there and fuck with him, he had to come with 1,000 or better. He had to come with 1,000 or better. If he wanted to fuck with one of them high echelon hoes, if he wanted to fuck with a bitch who pussy looked like it smelled like the Garden of Eden, he had to come with 1,000 or better. Nowadays, because these bitches have no game, you have a bunch of sandal feet wearing, $80 date doing bitches on Las Vegas Boulevard right now. You got bitches doing $80 and $60 dates even in Hawaii right now. So please do not tell me that these tricks don't have game, because they not even paying half of what they used to pay in ancient times in these recent times. The recent times now is showing that these tricks have more game than these prostitutes. That's what it's showing. Okay. It's showing that these tricks have more game than these prostitutes. Anytime where, even on Backpage, when Backpage existed, it used to be a time when tricks was in the area of Odessa, Texas. It used to be time a white bitch can go down to Odessa, Texas and catch $500 dates on Backpage. It used to be a time where bitches was the lowest that a bitch would do, the lowest date that a bitch would do, especially some snow or one of them Hillary Banks looking ass bitches. One of them fine, dark skinned, built like a stallion ass bitches. They wasn't going less than $250. It used to be a time when it was like that. But now you got bitches sucking dick and giving up pussy lower than the price of some motherfucking good ass Chinese food. You know what I mean? So you can't tell me that these tricks ain't got more game than these prostitutes in these recent times. Because the recent times, looking at the scoreboard, look like tricks is winning and renegades and prostitutes is losing.
Okay. Let me ask you another question.
Go ahead.
It's on the same topic, but it's a moving business. I know, I'm not promoting any type of lifestyle, but I know in certain lifestyles you're supposed to handle the money up front. Is it weak game if you negotiate things differently, per se, like different percentages, rather than, everything in the pocket, like you doing percentages? You work with women and on a business proposition, and you doing different percentages rather than all up front. Is that real weak? Is that real shit?
Are you saying that a pimp making a deal with this woman and not receiving all of the money?
Yeah.
No, he's not going to do that.
Not so many words.
The fact that, because within that, and I know that's not a word, that's a word that sin made, and it'll one day be in the dictionary. But see, that has the spirit of compromisation in it. It has that compromised spirit just all in it. Now, what I will say is
that got tricking energy written all over it then.
okay, well, let me I'm gonna also say this now. If I meet a beautiful square woman and she has a successful business and she wants to allow me to charge her, because I'm charging wives right now. I counseled 2 wives earlier today. One of the wives was a Black Hebrew Israelite, and I gave counsel to her. I charged her, but she got my game, and I got her game. So she's applying the information that I'm giving. So that's just like if I meet a elite woman and she makes over $500,000 a year, and she wants something special with me. She don't want to go out there and sell pussy, but she want to be my woman on the side and all of this Love Jones shit, right? Well, guess what? I got so much game that I'm gonna end up charging her ass. I'm gonna end up getting what I wanted, and she gonna get what she needed, but she ain't gonna get what she wanted, like that. But yeah, every bitch gonna get charged, and every hoe that's willing to comply to this game gonna get broke on. That's how that shit gonna go.
Okay.
But as far as making deals with bitches and shit, you said what?
If you're negotiating with a square, then it don't have to be as as
anything pertaining to this lifestyle. So you're using them blasphemous words like negotiate. I'm not about to negotiate with this bitch. This bitch about to do what I tell her to do. I don't care what school she graduated from, who her parents is, what she was taught. I don't care about none of that. And if she can't honor me as the man that I am, if she can't give me what I want, then I don't want her. See, that's the problem with a lot of you niggas. You want a bitch that don't want to give you what you want. You want to sit up there, you understand? Matter of fact, a lot of y'all want a bitch that can't even give you, she can't even give you what you want. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. You know what I mean? I want something, and if she decides that she don't want to give it to me, then I'm gone. It's billions of women in this world. You think I'm about to waste the one life I got making her special? Fuck no. It's billions of women. It's billions of her. It's only one of me. Time to go. I move the way I treat this game is like a prophet with the oracles of God. Okay? I'm blessing you. You're not blessing me. And I know a lot of women gonna trip off of what I'm about to say right now. I know they're gonna be like, this nigga lost his mind. But bitch, it's an honor to sell your pussy for a pimp. So who's to say that you done anything in your life worthy, you know what I mean, to be selected, you know, and blessed by this game to sell your little pussy for a pimp? Because if you don't fuck with the truth, you just go ahead with that little boyfriend that you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, but pimp ain't gonna lose sleep over this bitch. And I'm not worried about getting rejected because they rejected Christ. They rejected Malcolm. They rejected so many others, man, that came before me. The fuck I look like giving a fuck she might say no, or she might, man, that's giving her too much importance. So when I see guys talking about, oh man, you know, what if she say no, or man, like y'all need, a lot of you guys need to go look at that video too. I did another video called Confidence. In other words, it's just a bitch. Look that up. It's just a bitch. I come to every woman that when I want her, and if I'm getting at her, if she don't want what I'm trying to have with her, I'm moving on. I'm gone. And I don't care about her rejecting me or saying no. Why? Because she was just a bitch. That's it. She was just a bitch, bro. She was just a bitch. You know, who had the opportunity to get blessed by some pimping. And if she don't want to get blessed, I'm gone. I'm not gonna cast no more pearls before swine. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, no takebacks. But yeah, thank you, man, for calling in, man. Blessings.
I appreciate it, Church.
1. Hold on. 1, 2. There we go. Right there. But yeah, I don't want to keep O'Shea up. I think we're over 2 hours. I don't know the time. I ain't really been paying attention. But I think I done answered enough questions. You know? But yeah, man, ain't no negotiation with you. And that ain't because of me being a P either, if I was a man. I'm not going to negotiate with you. You're not my equal. But I'm going to negotiate with somebody that's not my equal. You negotiate with somebody that's your equal. Why are you negotiating with a woman? I seen one of my partners not too long ago going back and forth with one of his ex-hoes on Facebook. I don't give a damn what this woman then said. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. You're under me. Especially if you used to be one of my students. What the fuck I look like coming down from the heavens and giving acknowledgement to this outlandish and brutish behavior that you showing on Facebook? I'm not gonna do that. Come on, man. Negotiate with a woman? No. The woman's ministry is to produce. I'm not here to argue with her. A woman is going to take what I've created and she's going to make it greater. That's her ministry. That's her calling. She produces. And if you got some game about yourself, she's going to produce more than some children. All right. Shay, you there? Because unless they come in with more questions, unless it's one more call in, we can wrap this up. But man, y'all make sure y'all go to Sinful The P, go to YouTube, SINFULTHEP, hit the subscribe and bell channel. Also, click on channels and subscribe to all my channels. On Instagram, I'm just the same name, SINFULTHEP. If you're on Instagram, come follow me now, SINFULTHEP. They got rid of the original page because, the haters was hating, after certain people had shared, but we back on. We back on. Why get a pimp? Why not? That's the question. You know what I mean? But now I'm gonna say this to you. Picture a beautiful, attractive, big booty, big titted, spirit of thickness ass woman, right? Mm-hmm. Picture her in the Wynn Casino in Las Vegas. And this fine, attractive woman with this ass that just knocking situations off the table. She got thickness. She got hips to say hello before her mouth do. She just fine as fuck. And with the description that I'm giving, I'm talking about a melanated woman. So she bring her fine melanated ass all to the bar, just all thick, just all fine, just all attractive, gang banging ass booty. And she meet this trick, this Jewish man who's a billionaire, and he's presiding over all of these businesses that's generating millions at least every other day. And he says to this woman, why should I change your life? What do you have for me to give a contribution to that is worth my while? What is it about you tonight that I should change your life versus every other woman in this casino right now? What is it about you that'll make me make an investment into you right now? I guarantee you that damn near most, pretty much all, the ladies that are without the pimping either are going to speak in tongues. She went from speaking fluently to now having a speech impediment, to now, or a woman that's speaking fluently, but she's saying all the wrong things. My example is to show you that there are situations that's going to occur within the lifestyle that game is needed. Information is needed. And if that information is not provided, the bitch going to do some subsiding. She going to die in the game. She not even going to survive. By a trick having more game than the woman that's participating in the lifestyle, that within itself is dangerous. Because as we all know, there are tricks that are governed by drugs. There are tricks, that don't mean this woman no good. And he might flip out on her. That demonic spirit within him might manifest and he might kill her motherfucking ass. And if she don't, there have been women, believe it or not, that ended up losing their life all because they didn't have a certain procedure that was taught by a pimp. They didn't know how to conduct themselves in certain situations that they was encountering within the game. Because anybody that know anything about rape has a lot to do with power. And a lot of these tricks, when they're raping a woman within the lifestyle, his desires has now been intensified to rape this woman, all because she, oh my God, please don't kill me. Oh my God, please, no, no. And believe it or not, in a sick satanic way, by her crying and moaning, it only intensified his desires to be more demonic. Now, if she had conducted herself with a careless, fearless attitude, there is a probability, there's a chance that she might have maintained her life on that night. Because I've had women in that circumstance that conducted themselves with the instructions, they utilized the instructions that I gave within that circumstance, and they still maintaining their life still to this day. So I said that to say this: people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and people within the game they're dying, getting killed, and spending an eternity or in a correctional facility for their lack of game. So game is needed. The same way you go to college and you make sure that your tuition is paid so you can keep receiving the knowledge, because you think that this knowledge is so empowering that after you receive it, you'll be able to apply it and excel in anything you do in life. That's the way it is within the lifestyle. That pimp is that professor. Because when that woman needs an answer to her question, she can't ask her ass. She can't ask her titties for game. She can't ask her pretty ass face on proper etiquette with this trick in this prestigious area with this banquet that she's attending right now. A lot of these women don't even know how to dress themselves. A lot of these women didn't even know the proper attire to wear in certain environments until they came in contact with a pimp. Some of these women didn't even know how to use certain utensils at the table until they met a pimp. Certain things that was supposed to be common knowledge, they didn't get that from home. Who they gonna give it to? Who they gonna get it from? So you cannot negate the fact, you can't move the fact out, the irrefutable fact out of the way that pimps are needed. Touch somebody and say pimps are needed. Touch your neighbor on the left and say pimps are needed. You know, there are women who only went as far as a 3rd grade education. So when she's socializing with a trick, having a one-on-one conversation, remember what I told you. A lot of you know, you can't be a hoe without being an Oscar award-winning actress. Hoes are actresses. How you gonna be able to play a role in this movie called The Come Up with this trick, and you don't even got game on how to come up off this trick? You can't get that game from your ass. Stop listening to songs talking about, oh, I've been born with the game. And nobody come in the game with the game. Nobody come in the game with the game in totality. Everybody in the game got F's on their report card. Everybody in the game that made mistakes. Everybody in the game that had errors of their ways. Everybody in the game had to be perfected. Everybody in the game had to stay involved for them to evolve into a better representative of the game. But pimps are needed. Bitch can't ask her ass and titties for some game. You know what I'm saying? So the information is needed. That's why the pimping is needed. And then there are certain situations in a woman's life, you know, where she needs some inspiration. She needs words of exhortation. Who she gonna have that conversation with? Her ass, her titties, her little bitch partner who in emotionalism like her? Who she gonna get the knowledge and wisdom from? Who gonna give her that father-like vibe? The pimping. So, you know, I done talked y'all heads off long enough. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys, man, for listening to my ass. I know you're like, man, take this nigga off. So, you know, let me go ahead and let my brother get on. Go ahead, Shay.
Nah, man, I'm getting ready to go to the sleep. Shit, I was enjoying this. Man, the white man was holding my stomach back, brother. So that's why. Yeah. But it was somebody was coming against this tricking. That's what it was. It was coming
right.
Sipping the tea, man, and
right.
Yeah, man. But that
right.
That's all right though. We're gonna be back though. Sipping the tea can't be held back. They can try.
It changes. You got to be awake and change it before it. Sister, I don't know what you're saying. It would have been nice. Matter of fact, before we go, I know bro let me do that. Top as star 81. Would you like to call in?
Yeah. Go ahead. Call in.
Yeah, if you would like to call in, you can give me an explanation or give clarity on what you're saying, baby. You know I'm slow, darling, but I'm pretty sure that you could give me an outstanding understanding, so I won't have no misunderstanding about what you're trying to say to me. You know, you can call in right now. Shout out to my baby Helena and Robin, wherever her big head ass is. T. Kelly and Parker Lynn and all these Felicia and all these attractive women that's up in here. But if you want to call in right now, baby, you know, we'll give you time to call in and you can say whatever. I'll give you clarity about whatever you want to know about this game. Hold on. Helena just gave the number right there. That 773 line. Okay, I'm just playing around, but I will. How? Just call in right now. That 773 line right there, baby. You call in right now. Now, if it was one of these ugly niggas or one of these bras that look like a nigga, you know, I wouldn't even give you the time of day, baby. You know what I'm saying? But due to the fact that you got a pretty profile, you know, we're going to allow you to call in. Felicia, you in Canada? That's a blessing, baby. Let me look at your page. See if you got any videos posted. Oh, you do got some videos posted. Now, this thumbnail on your intro to acting class at Asa Acting Studio, this thumbnail ain't right with God, you know. But you might be an attractive woman. You just got to change that thumbnail, baby. But shout out to all the Canadians up in here. But yeah, baby, you can use your phone and call in right now. I want to know how the women should respond to the trick at the casino. I'm lost. Yeah, baby, that's why you got to sit up there and allow the. That's why you got to allow. Right, exactly. See how this game work. Her saying she's lost gave confirmation to the information that I just conveyed. That's touch somebody and say that's why the pimping is needed. Because there are going to be questions within the conversation that the trick is going to ask. Then there's going to be certain things that transpire within that date that woman is not knowledgeable on how she could have conducted herself in that situation to get the money. Okay, so let me open this back up.
Hello, am I on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, I just be playing around, so I watch O'Shea all the time. I just was saying, when you doing like with all of this, I've heard these words before, so I was just playing around. It's something I do with my friends, and they enjoy it. So.
Okay, so you didn't have no questions or statements.
Well, I want you to tell men that if they get their nails done, because yours look amazing right now, that they'll get more women, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, actually, if we're gonna tell the truth around here, you know, seeing nails is okay right now, but I actually need a fresh manicure myself. You know, but because I drink that water and I'm eating that fruit, you know, that's why my nails.
They're shining all across the YouTube right now. I'm just saying they look amazing. It's the first thing I saw.
Well, thank you, baby. I appreciate that, especially coming from somebody that's attractive like yourself. And you know, cleanliness is next to godliness, and you know, godliness is right next to this game. So yeah, you know, I appreciate you for taking out the time. You know what I mean, to say that, baby. Thank you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what? Listen, I had older male relatives, so I've been hearing this and it makes me giggle. So if I seem goofy right now, it just sounds like home, and I did. I had the game from my older male relatives, so yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not foreign to you. You know what I mean? It's not, it's something that you're familiar with. It's a common language, you know, in your ears. But, you know, we always remain students of the game as long as we stay on this planet called Earth. You know, nobody knows it all, and no man is an island. And that's why we're a necessity to one another. Man always need a woman, and a woman always need a man. Without each other, we handicapped.
Exactly. And if you can't get one, then pay for one. And that's when y'all come in.
Yeah. Well, thank you, baby, for calling in, man. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Right. I was just messing with y'all, and I still want O'Shea to tell me how much it costs to trick in Uganda, because you said that the price was going down. I'm just curious if it's, you know, is that just US dollars or is it all over the world?
Tricking all over the place. You ain't got to say a word.
Sing it one more time.
You ain't got to say a word.
See, I'm not playing with y'all today, but no, I just wanted to come on and do this, so y'all have a good evening.
All right, thank you, baby.
All right, bye bye.
See, Shay, when you do that, you're gonna have to. You know what I mean?
Wait till I hit him with that. Wait till I hit him with the remix on that tomorrow, though.
Oh my God!
He gonna be mad.
Hold on, give him just one more taste, Shay.
Tricking all over the place. You ain't got to say a word. That's all. They got to buy the ticket to the concert to get the rest of it. You know what I mean? See Sinful The P. You know what I'm saying? Out in on the Chitlin circuit tour, baby. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Sinful The P, baby. Record's gonna be in stores. You know what I'm
Yeah, she said, "Sin, I can't." Come on, man. You can't sing no song like that without, you know what I mean? you gotta get your Stevie on. You gotta get your KC on. You gotta, man.
You gotta nod.
Breathe, baby. You know what I mean? You gotta, yeah. Can I get one witness? You gotta get all of that, you know.
Right. They don't even know that I'm going on tour, Sinful The P.
Right. And that single gotta get on Spotify.
Man, listen, they gonna
you got to record that shit.
Listen, man,
you got to record that.
Sign me. No Money Records. I'm telling you.
Right. You got. Listen. As a matter of fact, you can make that. See, we got to go to the studio. You can make a song. You got to make a song shit called "Tricking Is So Beautiful."
Man, listen.
You got. You got to do that. You got to take. Oh, you can. Matter of fact, you can redo "Fiendin' and check my mind. And you got to redo the "Fiendin' part and put "Tricking." I can't stop tricking on you. And then you got everybody. You got me tricking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm about to. You gave me a few. I can hit them notes too, probably, if I get enough energy in me. I'm just saying. It's. I might come through with all that. Yeah, No Money Records. Yeah, we're gonna be out there on the tour. You know what I mean? Sinful The P.
Okay, Shay. Since you want to know if you got Instagram, I answer all that because we about to end off, baby, and that's why I'm gonna be headed today. So just follow me on Instagram, SINFULTHEP, Sinful The P, or get into my DM. You could ask whatever question, but whenever I go live, anybody that got a question, you could just come live with me, and you can ask whatever. If you want to debate me, you can come to my Instagram. Anybody that want to debate me, all of the conscious community, spiritual people, religious people, educated people, anything that you just want to make me look a fool, please come to Instagram, SINFULTHEP. Follow me and make it known that I want to debate with Sinful The P. I don't like what you said. That's not true. And just come through there game banging, and I will bring your motherfucking ass on there, and I will rebuke you like everybody else. Come through.
Man, I'm telling you. So yeah, man, I'm gonna come out with that Tricking the T song tomorrow, though. I'm gonna come out with I'm really gonna post the single and everything. We tricking all over the place. So I'm
right.
Right. So but anyway, Sin, man, thank you for coming on, man. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
You know what?
What?
You could even take that "Treat Her Like a Lady" by the Temptations and make that a trick song. It's so many songs for you to do it, man. Like I'm just hearing different words that you could take to "My Girl" and make it "My Tricking." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? For real, bro. You be like, I've got, you know what I mean? You could do all of that. And you have everybody in the back. You could do the, matter of fact, because you know how to do all that cartoon shit, you could put your face over David Ruffins' body, like when he did in the movie, and he did the split, and they did the clap and shit like. But anyway, man, I love you guys, man. Thank you for staying up with us, man. We gone.
All right, man. Shout out to Simple, man. Peace out, everybody. Trigger
Love.
the T.